Wow, okay, okay. Double the music? What? Oh, wait, did something happen? Two BGMs playing at the same time. Oh, shit. Okay, my bad. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to mute the other one. It's fine. I think there's a representation that we can there's a theme to the double music, a representation. Maybe that speaks to how there's two sides to this drama, with one just as loud as the other. You know what I mean? I think that's what's happening at least. Yeah. So, hi, sorry for like moving for moving and for moving the stream and being like an hour late. I wanted to uh stream like an hour ago, actually, like an hour and 30 ago. But the problem was I just got last night, I literally just got back from work. Yes, it is a Sunday. Yes, I still had to work. And aside from working, I had to actually fucking help somebody with like some other stuff that were kind of urgent. So I literally was not able to sleep. I only have like an hour worth of sleep. Sorry, 2 hours worth of sleep. I thought it's one of those things where, oh, I'm just going to take a nap for like 30 minutes or an hour or something, but then boom. I feel like that's a trap, by the way. I feel like if you decide to take a nap for an hour, or like even for like 30 minutes or 2 hours, and if you're super tired, it's gonna go beyond that. For some reason, my alarm didn't go off too. But at the same time, it's not like I can only blame my alarm so much, you know? Yeah. So get fucked, I guess. Good morning, everybody. Hello. The maximum nap size is 190 minutes. True. So anyway, let's actually start talking about it then. Let's not. I have a lot of things to like talk about and say, because I feel like the situation is a bit. It has developed in a way that's very complicated, to a certain extent at least. But anyway, let's talk about like some things first, okay? Chat. I got an ye. I'm on the jumbotron, bros. I'm on the Jumbotron. Look at this shit. I got featured. Nosage cast doubts on Sykkuno's friend group not knowing he was in a relationship. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about this later too. I already have the tabs brought up. But I'm mostly talking about Valkyrie, by the way. I saw a lot of people in Sykkuno's friend group say, oh, I'm disappointed. Oh, I didn't know. And I'm like, I feel like I smell that's bullshit. You know what I mean? That's fucking bullshit. Anyway, let's just read what I said, okay? I said, friends of Sykkuno not knowing he didn't have side pieces sounds like bullshit to me. You're telling me people knew about him dating around and know the jig is up, they're only now condemning him? Dude, defend your friend if you've been choosing to turn a blind eye for years, or don't say anything about it. I cannot sympathize with people pretending to be shocked and only throwing him under the bus after a public backlash. It screams rat behavior and being performative. I do actually genuinely feel this way. Because I feel like if you're a friend and if your friend gets into hot water, you do not say anything about it. Okay? If you want to be that person's friend. But if you've known about that person being like weird for a while now, and you just decided to turn a blind eye, or like willfully chose to be ignorant and not decide to like investigate it, even if you've heard a lot of wild shit, I would rather you defend your friend and excuse it, tbh. So the reason why I say that, by the way, is because apparently a lot of people in many circles already knew. Exhibit A and Exhibit B. This is the Bao thing where she said there's a lot of up and coming. Exhibit B is Bao basically saying this. Exhibit B is it was Deputy Aru saying that basically everybody knew, and that there are too many circles in the industry that already knew, and it was only a matter of time until somebody exposed him. So I'm like, wait a minute. So this is a rumor. This has been like word that has been spreading around in multiple circles for a long time, for years now. And not a single time did any one of Sykkuno's friends got a whiff of that rumor and decided to ask him about it. I feel like that's bullshit. I seriously do. I feel like what happened is that these streamer friends got a whiff of it, decided not to investigate or not to confront Sykkuno. Or, like, this is the most generous take that I have, okay? Decided not to confront Sykkuno because it's his business, not theirs, yada yada yada. And then that's it. Right? But if that is the case, if you've already willfully turned a blind eye to it, just don't say anything. It's so easy not to say anything, but no, these people, fucking I'm mostly looking at Valkyrie because I'm looking at like the previous offline TV people, and I feel like a lot of them are not. They're very performative. That's all. That's all. Like that. That's the extent that I can say. Like, the morals that they choose to uphold and selectively like show on screen is so selective. It's what's current popular narrative right now. And it's regardless on whether or not it affects them or their friends. You know what I mean? Maybe big VTubers and smaller VTubers and normie and not friends are told different things. I heavily doubt that. I'm gonna be real with you. I heavily doubt that. These people are terminally online, chat. Book Wizard. Because the offline TV crew, even previous offline TV crew, are terminally online, knows a lot of people, mentions about how they know a lot of rumors, and they're telling me they haven't had a whiff of this? No, that's bullshit. Like, I can see a scenario where they don't know. And that scenario is in the occasion that they're not really on the internet that much, or are they're the people that actually, like, you know, they're the type of people that wouldn't be able to tolerate this stuff from their friend. Because, for example, Lily Pichu. I can genuinely believe that Lily Pichu didn't know. Because I think Lily Pichu is the type of person that keeps to herself most of the time. And like she has a history of being cheated on. Like, and by the way, the person that cheated on her, the person that he got cheated on, she got cheated on, was also a content creator that a lot of people respected for. She's the last person in that group to fucking tolerate a friend of theirs cheating. Oh, Negro, thank you for the $10, dude. Holy shit, thanks. Yeah. Let me see your. I'll look at your donation real quick later. Let's look at that. Off topic. Did you watch Aboretai Holostars Rebellion? I have not. But you know, I'll look at it. I'll look at it later. We have a lot of things to react to later too. Like aside from this. All this Sykkuno drama just tells me that we should have gatekept harder. These e-whores that leached to VTubing just ruined the hobby. Also, Mujin's take is justified exposing posers, and my Chibidoki respect stocks have skyrocketed. Oh, I didn't know what Chibidoki said. I guess we'll find out later. Anyway, let's see. Let's talk about this, okay? The first thing that we'll talk about actually is Mujin, because I saw the tweets the other day, and yeah, I'm gonna have to be honest. It's kind of not a good look for him. Holy shit! It is not loading. My internet is so slow. This one. I saw this one, and yeah, I do agree that this does not look good. Okay. Anyway, Powder said this. Can you criticize him for absolute... Okay, so context, I guess. So it turns out there are... We'll talk about this later, because I already pulled up the tabs for the amount of VTubers and people that Mujin tried to get into DMs with to try and fuck. It seems like Powder is one of those people. I'm not sure that Sykkuno actively tried to fuck Powder or not, but it seems like they've engaged in some way, shape, or form. But she says, can you criticize him for cheating? Absolutely. But never once did I feel manipulated by this dude. He's a huge flirt, but I was incredibly aware of the power dynamic. He was just friendly. He's quite forward with the riz, which I don't like being around. Am I going to flip out on him? No. Usually when someone is like that, they're already talking to multiple people. True. True, somebody has common sense. I see some women try to play the victim if they didn't have a brain in this situation. I also saw some, the people throw the word predator around. I think that's unreasonable. Mujin was never really a reliable narrator. If a large creator is friendly, asks you to play a game with you, would you say no? So anyway, this set Mujin off. Because he responded to this saying, can you criticize him for cheating? Absolutely. But okay, this part, she's talking about Powder. He's basically trying to roast her. I had no viewers whatsoever and became desperate after trying to be irrelevant, so I choose to appeal to people who hate my gender in order to pay rent. So basically, like, she's talking about how Powder kind of appealed to, like, the chuds, I guess, or how, like, a lot of these days, a lot of her audiences are pretty much just, like, you know, the chuds, like, you know, the people that actively watch the type of things that she likes to say in Twitter these days. But not that it matters to me. Am I going to flip on a serial cheater who had sex with women without telling them they'd be homewreckers? Of course not. Morals are an obstacle to my income. Mujin was never really a reliable narrator, so when his video eventually comes out about me being cancelled by my audience for secretly having dated a black guy, even though I keep saying that I can't stand minorities, please don't trust him. Also, English is my first language. I have no idea that a predator can mean a person or organization that uses weaker people for their advantage. But it's okay, my audience gobbles up anything that I say anyway. So I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. This is not a good look. This is not the proper way to respond to this. You know what I mean? Was he drunk? I think he's crashing out, cause he's crashing out alongside the original accuser, cause new information came out that paints him in a not so good light, and because a lot of people don't agree with using the term sexual predator and the hyperbole around a lot of the accusations thrown around Sykkuno's way, it sounds like this was like a failed, it looked like this is a failed, poorly orchestrated and coordinated attempt to take down Sykkuno's career. And in general, that sort of framing paints this in a not so good light. It makes, it makes Mal, the original accuser, look like a clout-chasing whore, and makes Mujin look like he saw a story without vetting it, without vetting the doc, without looking over at the narrative, and he just decided to run with it for clicks and views. Obviously, I don't know if that's what Mujin did, but it's hard not to see it that way, right? If you see the signs and you still interact and complain about the cheating, it's absolutely your fault. In my opinion, I'm not educated about this topic. Oh, I agree with you, Master Churro. To a certain extent, right? You deserve what you tolerate. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think to a certain extent, boundaries need to be like properly said for this exact same fucking reason, right? If you knew that if you have like a hint in your head that a person is manipulating you, or if you had a hint in your head that this person is not a good person, or you know that he has a history of doing X, Y, and Z, and you still decide to run with it anyway, yeah, that's kind of on you. You know, like we shouldn't remove your agency here, right? So, she wasn't mad Sykkuno was cheating. She was mad Sykkuno to make her a real girl. We'll talk about that later. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I feel like a lot of people were mad. Even fucking Demi is here. Oh my god, Mujin, take a step back. What she said wasn't unreasonable or a personal attack. Yeah. So, I don't have to look at the QRTs in this one. Even in the comment section alone, bro's ass is getting beat in the QRTs. Okay? And I feel like it's relevant because Mujin did. We all kind of get the impression, and we all know that Mujin did coordinate with the original accuser. But it seems like the Google Doc itself is not kind of good. You know, I do think Mujin jumped the gun here. I don't know to what extent he collaborated with Mal, but if he knew that he was going to release a doc like that, I think he should have vetted for it. I mean, brother made an entire guide on how to write Google Docs, so I feel like bro should have sent that reference over to Mal, so she can have some resources on how to go over it, right? Yeah. I think a core part of the problem when people approach you as a drama tuber or a news person is that you gotta be careful about what kind of story you want to run when people approach you with a story, right? You can correct me. Okay, how do I say this? You can correct me if I'm wrong here, chat. I don't know. I haven't looked into the video that he made yet. I don't know if he and that Mal person are friends. But from what it seems like to me, this Mal person approached Mujin with a juicy story about how Sykkuno is this sex pest, and because Bao's name also got loosely attached to it, it had a potential to literally become the hottest thing to talk about right now, which it did. So Mujin engaged with the girl, got the receipts that is enough to tell the narrative, make a video, hit send. But then I'm guessing he didn't really vet what she was saying. No reviews of his own about the Google Docky, nothing. Again, you can correct me if I'm wrong there. I'm throwing out my narrative. I feel like that's what happened. Yeah. But I also saw at the same time that some people were saying they were friends. This entire situation only works if you assume that all women are stupid and immature. I do not operate this way. Oh yeah, true, mildly OCD. I agree. Yeah. Yeah. So, isn't this the same thing that happened to Doki last year? I don't exactly know what you're talking about. I wasn't that active last year, so maybe I just don't know anything. Maybe you're talking about the Catliente one? Yeah. Yeah, they are close friends. Mal confirmed as such. Then, if that's the case, he should have been more transparent about it. And if they are close friends, Mujin should have vetted the Google Doc. He should have, like, bro, like, you have an entire career whose sole job is to read over Google Docs and like drama in the internet. You made an entire like guide on how to make a proper Google Doc. If you were close friends, I feel like you should have heavily insisted. It insists upon itself or something. All women are dumb, but it works on both genders. Oh yeah, no, true, Master Churro, you're not wrong. Yeah. Bao knew the GF didn't tell her about the cheating for over a year. Oh, I don't know anything about that. So yeah, anyway, a very recent example that I would like to actually name here is Turkey Tom. Josh, the goddamn owner of Kiwi Farms, platformed and listened to two Menheras that were batshit lying and have a schizophrenic bipolar episode about how Tom was this bad person. And obviously Tom made his response video and he fucking slam dunk disproved everything. Holy shit. I feel like something similar happened here to Mujin, in regards to Josh, where I think he learned this the hard way. We do agree that Sykkuno is a bad guy and that he needed to get exposed, bro. But with how badly coordinated this takedown was, I feel like it shouldn't have been coordinated at all. Or I don't know, release your video 12 hours later or something so that it's less obvious that you were helping and coordinating with this. Right? Like you have plausible deniability, and if people call you out on how exaggerated things are or like the extent of the superlativeness of the terms you were using, you can just claim that you were taking this at face value. Right? Because I did too. Chat, I called Sykkuno a sex pest. I parroted superlatives too because I was shitposting. I was taking a lot of the things that were happening at face value. Right? And I would take some of what I said back after some thinking, and my excuse would be because I got driven by the hype and the initial shock of it all. It may not seem like a good excuse to a few people, right? Like, oh my god, Nusagi, you got carried away by the heat of the moment. Yeah, I would say, I would agree with you there. But at the same time, at least it's an understandable excuse at the very least, Like, I have some plausible deniability. It comes off as a hit piece. It really does. It really does. Like, even if that was not the intention, it does come across as a takedown on Sykkuno's career. And I did say in my previous stream, yeah, he needed to get exposed, but he doesn't deserve to, like, lose sponsorships, deplatformed. He didn't deserve to get, like, the extreme, like, all of this happened to him. Yeah. So do you guys think Sykkuno is a total fake? Yes and no. Yes and no. I feel like if you faked a personality for so long, some part of it gets absorbed into your actual character. And it's you kind of have to, in order to maintain that like illusion for a long time, you kind of have to. So I wouldn't necessarily say that Sykkuno is fake, but it's more so he's exaggerating. Like on himself for the camera. Like fucking obviously, to a certain extent, everybody does that, right? Like exaggerate yourself for a camera. But I think he does exaggerate a lot more than most people. Yeah, you gaslight yourself? Yeah, to a certain extent you do. Yeah. What's this gotta do with Vesper? Because fucking Sykkuno is the Vesper that everyone thinks Vesper is. Or maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. We'll see. Well, we have a lot to talk about. I mean, does it matter? People have literally done so much worse. Yeah, but at the same time, like, you can't excuse this behavior. Like, Sykkuno being a serial cheater and actively, like, going for VTubers specifically, it seems like, that needs to get exposed. And, you know, at the same time, there's a lot of animosity towards people that cheat in this industry. Not just in VTubing, but like in content creation in general. And I feel like a lot of that negative fucking, like, ferocity needs to apply here. Yeah. Bro, you're like, look at the actor from Darth Vader. Oh, I don't know what's going on with the actor from Darth Vader. Did something happen to him? I don't know if something happened to me. When you listen to the audio, girl sounds like more upset that Sykkuno went back to his GF over her. Also, he's an idiot for not thinking he might be getting recorded. Bro, I actually listened to the thank you, Mildly. We actually listened to the audio, right? I genuinely thought he was trying to bait him, bro. Like, I'm gonna be so fucking for real with you, okay? Sorry, those are... Cats are fighting on the roof or something. Wow, that's a fierce fight. You guys hear that, right? Jesus fucking Christ. That's kind of intense, yeah. Hello. That's not my cats, though. So anyway, was it somewhere around here? Like somewhere around the ending of the call, right? When fucking the girl was like, "Oh, you didn't cheat on me. You can still talk to me." Like when she said that, remember that, right? Remember that. When she said that, I genuinely thought she was trying to bait him. But now looking, I looked at the comments. I looked at what she said in response to this, and it turns out I was wrong. Cause like, how do I want to say this? When you record a man confessing his crimes, well, it's not really crimes, but when you record a person confessing the extent of what they did, I am gonna assume that you are doing everything you can to bait out like ammunition and things that they say to implicate themselves. So when she said that, when she was talking about, oh, you can still talk to me, you didn't cheat on me, right? I'm okay with giving people second chances. When she said that, I genuinely thought that was an attempt for Sykkuno to say, oh, okay, well, I guess I'll still talk to you. Like, you know, I thought that was an attempt to further implicate him, to show the depths of his depravity. It's like, oh my god, dude, your fucking girlfriend is in the other room having a mental breakdown. This all happened and you're still talking to the person that you decided to cheat on with? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I thought that was the point. But no, it really did come across as her trying to, like, be with him. Now, is that the case? Is that the actual case? We'll see. Because she actually responded to that. We'll talk about it later. We'll actually talk about it later. Yeah. This is checkers, not chess. Well, here's the thing, right? Like, I do agree with you. This should have been... From looking at it retrospectively, this looked a lot simpler than it was. But to me, I thought there was more to it. I truly did. I thought there was more to it because... How do I want to say this? Oh, hold on. During the Cinder situation, I felt like Mujin really had to commit to his narrative and double down instead of adapting to new info. So this feels like exactly the same thing. Just admit when you're wrong / make corrections. I haven't watched his Cinder video, so I don't know if he made any follow-ups. But if that's what happened, then yeah, I would agree so. I would say, thank you so much for the fat $20, by the way. Holy shit, you are so fucking generous. Yeah. Okay, where was I earlier? Oh yeah, like why my takes on things. Uh, how do I want to say this? I feel like I should have noticed it the first time, and I did. I'm gonna be so honest with you. I did, right? Like if you were paying attention to my stream 2 days ago when we were covering this, I did notice red flags. I did. Like I even flat out said that, hey man, this can be easily misconstrued as like manipulation and clout chasey behavior. Hey man, this looks kind of weird. I feel like this doc should have been done better. I feel like we should have a full breakdown of the narrative here, like the chronological timeline. Like I did notice the red flags and like how badly it was. And I did point it out, but I didn't make too much of a big deal out of it at that time. And I'm sorry for doing that because I really thought there was more to it. I overestimate people, I guess. And again, that's on me for peddling the narrative so blindly. But again, my excuse is that I thought there was more to it. We went into that Google Docu blind. I saw that this was seemingly meticulously planned, right? Like, Bao was involved. Mujin posted a video 1 hour after. Like, this all appeared like this was going to be the same case of the Cinder takedown where it was all fucking, like, coordinated and shit. I thought that surely, because there was planned, there was a reason for all of the mishaps so that others will be able to patch up, right? And I rushed that stream too. I had like urgent work after. I had to move it an hour earlier even. I wanted to look at more of the stuff that was happening but if you were there in my stream, I didn't really have the time. I had to rush it. And I didn't have the time to process or really think about what I just read earlier either. We all just kind of took it at face value. Well, I did, obviously. And looking at it retrospectively and with the new info that came to light, yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean? The Anthent went, I thought you were stronger. Yeah, I really did. I really did. I saw the warning signs. I pointed it out, but I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I gave this Hemamal person the benefit of the doubt. I thought there was a reason for the intentional thing. Because again, surely, right, if this was a coordinated thing with Mujin who made the fucking a guide on how to make a proper Google Doc, then surely there is something more to this. Wait, so none of this was coordinated? It was. It was coordinated, but it was poorly coordinated. Yeah. So, yeah. That's what happened. I mean, hey, take my excuse or my explanation as much as you can. You can call me you can say that my credibility got tanked or whatever. But to me, I really do think I have a good excuse for it. But not that it matters. Anyway, let's talk about Hemamal then now, cause let's talk about like the updates of what happened afterwards. Okay. So Hemamal, a day later, she says, I'm noticing that Bao is tangentially always involved in Western VTuber drama. Well, yeah, true. You're not wrong. I think Bao knows a lot of people, that's all. And she tries to get into this is all somewhat tangentially related to like the drama that happened last year too. But I think in this case, she did the smart thing and not talk about it. Bao did not talk about it, which is again the smart thing. So good for her. She learned her lesson. Bao learned, dude. Bao learned. Yeah. So Bao is an idiot. She's kind of she's not her computing power is not the best. Yeah. She acknowledges that too. But anyway, after like everything did not go the way it did for Hemamal last when this all came out. Like, yeah, sure, a lot of people were saying, oh my god, Sykkuno bad, but obviously not the extent that people were claiming, Hemamal said. And with this, I'm logging off. This has been saddening to see how you guys try to twist me to be a person I have never been. Basically, people have been calling her a bit of a whore. Well, not a bit of a whore, a massive whore even. I only did this to give friends my opportunity to speak along with me, and I have gained nothing but hate and death threats from this. I wanted to make sure no other girls were getting led on and used, and I'm fine financially if that's what you were wondering. I thought at the same time I was pursuing something genuine. So yeah, aside from being called a whore, I saw that a lot of people were pointing out that she coincidentally opened a some sort of, was it Patreon or Ko-fi? I forgot, but it seemed like she was hyping this up so that there would be like some sort of a subtle trickle down from the notoriety that this would give her, especially because, you know, I'm not going to look over her profile picture, chat, her profile, and look at the extent of what she posts and the content that she makes on stream, but she's hot and she makes like that kind of content, like 18 plus content, right? So one would assume that if that is the type of content that you have, and you make a Google Doc exposing about how some man is trying to raise you up, there's going to be some obvious savior complex horn dogs trying to get into your DMs or trying to be generous towards you, right? That's a move frequently done by a lot of people. And because of how badly that doc was made, people assumed that that was what she was doing. Actually, she opened every dono site, Throne, Ko-fi, Patreon. Holy shit, that's kind of, yeah, that's kind of wild. Yeah, white knight. Yeah, I wanted to use the white knight. Is it wrong though? No, not really. It's a very strategic business decision, but the reason why it's a big deal is because it reframes your original intent. If you were doing this, if you were like setting up all sorts of revenue generating means before like before putting out a huge hit piece, then what is your actual intent? You know what I mean? It muddies the water basically. It gives the people the impression that you are doing this to clout form and to make money off of it. Not because you genuinely believed in like some sort of morals or principles that you wanted to fucking do something or expose the truth. No, maybe that was like a secondary objective, but it kind of makes you look like you were planning it for monetary reasons. Like the optics here has to be concerned. It's the same reason like why when you make an apology video, you turn that fucking shit off. Right? Like you don't turn on monetization when you say or make a stream addressing something very important that's like very oofy, that can very much affect the trajectory of your career. You turn off donations, you turn off monetization, you just so it'll give the impression that it's good faith, that you're trying to actually apologize here, that this is sincere. Everyone knows this. Everyone genuinely knows this. Apply that to the opposite and you can see why it works exactly the same way. She opened those accounts after the doc? No, she opened those accounts apparently one day before the doc. So it's even worse. Like that being said, I'm not saying that that's what her intention is. I can actually genuinely believe that Hemomal here tried to made that doc to expose like what's his face? Sykkuno. I do think the money angle was secondary, but I think she was trying to be genuine here. You can disagree with me, but it seems like from what I've seen, I feel like that's from what I've seen and from what I've seen this person does and say, I feel like that's the case. But you can disagree with me on that one, and you know what? I wouldn't blame you. I genuinely wouldn't blame you. There's a YouTuber called Difference Between Asian and White Asian. I've only been able to see Bao as the latter ever since. What's a white Asian? You mean like I'm gonna assume you mean like somebody like an Asian that's been westernized but still wants to use her Asian privileges in the current state of the political climate in order to get more that she wants. Look up the short. Yeah, but you know, I'll look at it later, I guess. But with the topic that we're talking about now, not that I can. Asian? Yeah, I mean, I'm gathering it off of context clues. Bao is Vietnamese, by the way. I think. So that's why she's Asian. Yeah. In any case, yeah. So Hemama not trying to address this. So and I talked about the whole thing about how she appeared like look at this, okay? I even pulled out the tweet. We talked about how she appeared about Mal wanting to maintain contact with him, okay? And I did point that out. And Hemomal actually responded to it. She said, it was due to me still having some emotional attachment since we had been talking every day. That along with always having values of if someone can change, they can be forgiven. I only brought out the statement afterwards since I realized it was a pattern of cheating when I reached out to more friends. I feel like you should have removed this then. You know what I mean? Like, I read this and I get the impression that you're basically confessing to it. You're basically call me out if I have like reading comprehension skills. But I feel like I when I read this, it sounds to me like you're saying, yeah, it was because I was still emotionally attached to him during that time, and you know, I can always forgive him. People deserve second chance. I wouldn't put it to an extent that I wanted to be with him, but I'm leaving that door open in the future for future for future developments. Like, that's the impression that you're telling me, that I'm getting from this, is basically, right? She can fix him? True, yeah, exactly. It's basically she can fix him vibes. Anyway, she said this. If we think, the reason why would you even say you could still talk to me, to Sykkuno, you still have all the talk, just for you to fumble this badly? Darling, stand the fuck up, dead ass. And Hemomal responds, I don't know why Hemomal is responding to like fucking small views, by the way. I'm guessing because these small people seemed like the most good faith to her, I would imagine. But she says, if we think maybe the recording was before the doc, that's why it's in the doc. I also got lied on and lied to, which he admits. Obviously, I'll have feelings of attachment that haven't fully gone away, but I made a document to make sure other girls didn't have the same thing happen to them. Okay, so so what she's saying, what she's expounding on here, is that the recording was made before the doc, and she did not have her post-nut clarity at that time. You know, bro still wanted to get jacked off, but like after looking at this a couple days later, when she made that Google Doc, that's when she decided to tap out. Yeah, bro, people talking shit about the Luca incident when he was young yet defending her, fucking double standards. Oh no, I don't think anybody was defending her. Like I actually think it's the opposite. Right? I don't want to make this a culture war thing where women blah blah blah. But I feel like there's a standard when people use age gaps, right? Because how do I want to say this? Women, God, I can't believe I'm saying this, but like it's true to a certain extent, right? Like think about this for a sec, okay? Even in my country, even in the Philippines, this is true. Women want men that are older than her, more experienced, has the money. They want that stability, okay? They want that. But when they find that in a man, and they break up, women can easily use those facts against him. Like it's romantic it's romantic if I'm pursuing him, but it's suddenly a dangerous thing. Suddenly it's all grooming and gaslighting and manipulating and love bombing or fucking what's it called, predatory when it gets reversed onto you. When he breaks up with you or whatever. Like, what are we doing here? Like what are we doing here? I know this, chat, because I'm gonna gossip a little bit. I know somebody that's exactly like this. Like actually IRL. We're not friends, but I know them. I know them. He knows me. They know me. She is a gold digger, and she's all about I want to. Okay, sorry. She doesn't think she's a gold digger, but it's so obvious that she's a gold digger. She's all about, how hard is it to find a man that is like, you know, stable and peaceful and like older and more experienced and can guide me to this like traditional wife thing. So that way I don't want to work anymore, blah, blah, blah. He gets a guy exactly that she's asking for. They break up. They break up because of incompatibility. Like the guy and the girl was not like, they didn't have the same priorities in life. Obviously, because when you're at different stages in your life, the girl, for context, is 21 years old, while the guy is like 35. Okay, which is actually eerily close to like the whole situation, a 15-year age gap. But obviously, when you're 35, your outlook and your priorities is going to be different than a 21-year-old, right? When you're at that age, a guy just wants to settle down, have kids, blah blah blah. But when you're when you're at that age as a woman, maybe you don't want to settle down that fast. Maybe you want to get wooed first. You want to be swept off your feet. You want to like go through all the 16 stages of falling in love until you decide to settle and marry somebody. And I understand that. I think both perspectives are valid. But you know what bro did? What sister did? Sister made an entire fucking Facebook post calling that person out and saying he was a groomer or something. And like, you know, maybe that's true to a certain extent, but let's not remove your agency here. Like, that's not that's not the whole thing of what you did, of what happened. You know? Like, come on, man. Like, I feel like we need to have like some we need to apply the accountability thing to both parties, right? The same way we gotta hate on fucking Sykkuno for being for being a worse cheater. You know, the same way a lot of people, the same ferocity and way that people hated on Fruit for being a cheater or whatever. You should probably hate fucking Sykkuno with the same sort of ferocity. And it works the opposite way. You have to take accountability for these things, man. You can't just fucking lob these accusations around when it was exactly what you were looking for. You can't just take back consent. You know, like fucking it's different. Okay, it's different when you have sex with somebody and you didn't know that he was single. Right? You gave him consent, but obviously when you give a person consent, there are like a specific set of conditions that you agree to when you have sex with somebody. That they're single, that they don't have HIV, for example, X, Y, and Z. But when they clear those conditions, you have sex with him, maybe you didn't like how the sex turned out, or that you developed the ick afterwards. You cannot take back that consent. You can't somehow call that somebody a rapist just because you took it back. No, that's not how any of this works. You're a fucking adult. Holy shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a younger guy. And I would like to date an older woman. Because I want to date an older woman, like a businesswoman. Like somebody who's already got her life together. I don't care if they have kids. Preferably somebody corpo, like, you know, high up in the ranks. And all I'll do is just take care of the house and do chores for them while I'll work on my YouTube channel. Yeah, I want the easy life. I don't think there's any shame in that. I want the easy life. If for some reason that woman suddenly does something that I don't like, I'm not suddenly gonna call her out as a groomer or something, right? Like, what are we doing here? Like a sugar mama? I mean, a sugar mama implies that you're only there for the money or for the thrill, you know? No, I genuinely want to be in a relationship with one. Yeah. So anyway, Hemuma, this all happened, right? Like, that's Hemuma's excuse. Sorry for like the long fucking tangent, but like that's Hemuma's excuse. And she further clarifies, chat. Hey, load, please. She further clarified because people really was hammering in the home that why she was fucking trying to stay in contact with him after this whole thing. And she clarifies, to anyone who wants to claim I wanted to get back with him, here's us agreeing to staying the night just as friends since he didn't give me the consistency I needed. Okay, when I say I wanted something long-term and something committed, I meant that. I was giving him a second chance as my friend. So chat, it's no longer second chance as in a relationship. She actually meant second chance as my friend. And to me, this further confuses me. I'm sure you meant this differently in your head, or maybe you did at first, but this meant, like, this muddies the water a lot more than you think. Like, come on, dude. But I can't be friends with someone who clearly doesn't learn from his actions. With this, I'm moving on with my life and now we'll be going back to posting as normal. Don't be forget to be kind to people. Yeah, anyway. Let's read this, okay? Let's read this. Yeah, I understand that. This is... Chat, oh my god! Your flirting and sexting with him did not even last like 2 weeks, bro. Sorry, 3 weeks even. That sucks. Yeah, I understand that. Maybe it'll change one day, but let's just be regular friends. Oh, Sykkuno was... Dude. Sykkuno was even the person that fucking suggested this. Chat, sorry, I'm going into this half blind. I know that these things were happening, but I haven't looked into it as wow. If we hang out more and it grows into more than that, let's do that. I feel like you are ready, and it's the same as the other things. Like I want to feel reciprocated with the same feelings. And right now, I'm not, so it feels unfair to you. Oh, okay. So basically, Mal really wanted a serious committed relationship and Sykkuno could not give that to her. Oh, okay, I mean, Sykkuno's still a bad guy, but sure. I believe that. I believe that. Well, take all the time you need for that. I've always told you to do what you feel comfy with, but I never expected anything from you or needed it from you. I was here because I simply wanted to be. If you want that as just friends, then that's okay too. It might take some time for me to get a little over, because obviously I still have feelings for you. But if that's what you want, I just want you to do what you want and need. Okay, so this is before... Okay. Wow. Okay. I actually think this makes... Okay, look, I'm thinking about it right now. I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt while also being like, looking at this like critically. This does not look good for you. This is not the thing that you thought... This is not the save that you think it is. Hamamal. I am so sorry for saying this. How do I want to say this? Hold on, let me think. Ooh. Just because you wanted to be friends with him, or you agreed to be friends with him, when you confronted him, does not mean that you were still down to be his main girl. You know what I mean? I look at this interaction and I see no impression that you wanted to give him a second chance of being a friend. This sounds a lot to me like, okay, I still have feelings from you. I didn't expect much from you, but I still have feelings for you. And whenever you want to come back and whenever you develop like that, you know, like long term, when you develop those feelings and think you want to pursue a serious relationship with me, I'll still be here. You know, I'll still be open to being your girl. Like that's the impression you gave me. That's the impression you gave me with this conversation. And that's the impression you gave me in this conversation. Like when you said that you were open to giving him a second chance. Like, bro, this is not the save that you think it is. Oh, Rima's in the chat? Wait, I can't look at the chat. Oh, hi chat. Hi, Rima. Yeah. So, we're just looking over at bro's, like, response and stuff. She wanted to be the main girl. Maybe not even main girl. I want to see the comments, though. Okay, sure. Still have feelings and remain friends? That's dangerous. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I can't even like flame her for that one. I'm gonna be real. I can't flame her for that one because I've had a similar experience. Rima knows. Rima knows my story. I've had a similar experiences. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. She tweeted, okay, let's see. Fuck, I'm gassy? Oh, okay. Doesn't really matter. So anyway, while this was all happening, this also broke down. Hold on. Oh shit, why is it not loading? I swear to God, my internet, man. It's so fucking laggy. This is my fucking internet. Nusagi is a simp. Chat, I am unironically into the crazy ones. Okay? Like if you're going to throw, if God decided to throw me a girl, a crazy woman right now, I'd probably fall into that trap real fucking quick. For real. Yeah. You can fix Mal. I don't think I want to. I don't think I want to. So, anyway, then we get to this. Okay, Vanessa VT posts screenshots about how apparently it's not her first rodeo. It is not Mal's first rodeo into dealing with a side chick situation here. Okay, I haven't read this yet. I just know that it exists. I'm taking this at face value. So anyway, look at this. Overall, not her first time being her being a side piece and trying to start drama over a garbage man. She's a victim, and the man is at fault for sure. But girl, if you're actually mad, you could have just laughed instead of you didn't cheat on me and tried to kick his GF away so you can get in. Lol. Yeah, so let's look at this right now. Let's see. I read all of them yesterday. Oh shit, you did? Hell yeah. Let's fucking go, Reams. Applying for Mikineko's hubby. No, I'd rather not. Not Mikineko. Look. I even have like Parrot's fucking tweet out right now. Because, you know, for obvious reasons. Anyway, let's see. Hi, Vanessa. When did you last talk to Josuke? Josuke. That's a JoJo reference. Just a question. As a friend of his, he's digging himself into a hole right now. What happened? I'll tell you after. I can even add you in the call. What do you mean? What was the last time you all talked? Holy shit! Bro is so confrontational. Like, dude, whenever somebody does this, obviously they're going to be like super anxious. Why are you rushing him? When was the last time you all talked? Even gave a double question mark to like feel a sense of urgency. Holy shit. Let's see. He's digging himself so deep of a grave he might fall off. Okay, the vague posting. I'd love to know what's the intention of this conversation first. Lol. Honestly, I couldn't give a less fuck about this. He cheated on multiple girls and took their money using them and claiming he had no money. Well, yeah, he is even lying about you. That's what he's been doing. About? Oh shit. And then, saying he never liked you, never was gonna meet with you. Oh, okay. And that he has blocked you everywhere. I mean, he had plans to come over to my place in Christmas. Yeah. When was the last time y'all talked? Okay, this time with a 3 question marks, no longer 2. Bro really wants that question answered. He sent me dick pics and him stroking his cock. Why do we do this? Dude, I swear to God, the memes of VTubing being like a dating fucking thing is not like, it will never be like beat. Like those allegations will never be beat, bro. I'm just gonna be so fucking for real with you. Holy crap. Yeah, he told me he told me y'all never had such a thing. Okay. And he said I was his GF. Nah, and shit like that. I have everything, like text messages and everything. Can you answer? I'll add you. Okay. Mal keeps hammering home. When was the last time you'll talk? Because he's saying y'all haven't talked in months. We're still talking. Oh shit! Josuke, you player, you. We're still talking. And planning on fucking, even though we don't date anymore. Oh shit! You know what? This is some fucking juicy drama right here. Well, not even drama. Tea is the more correct word. But oh my god, imagine though. You know what? I can't blame her. I fell victim to this. Holy shit. Chat, I fell victim to this. I'm gonna be so fucking for I can't fault Vanessa. Okay, I did this. You know, you break up, you still talking, and you still kind of occasionally wanna fuck, but obviously you're not a thing anymore. So you're free to pursue other romantic relationships or sexual relationships. But you know, maybe you are so attracted to each other, you still have the hots for each other to the extent that you kind of still wanna fuck. I can't even blame him. I can't blame her. Fuck. I can't throw shade. Oh shit, Maldly OCD. Thank you for the 20. Holy crap. Everyone's so generous today. Common immature woman behavior. Man cheats. Oh, that's okay. I'll choose me. I'm better option. Man chooses previous girl out of regret. What the fuck? Why? Now I'm going to ruin his reputation, but I hope he still picks me. Yeah, that's definitely the impression Hemamal gave off. And her responding in this way definitely does not give the, it does not redeem her. Do not redeem! It does not redeem her. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat. So much, dude. So anyway, he keeps going. Even yeah, he wants me to add you in the call so you can tell him straight up because he's saying that you were harassing him. Lol. Whatever, I mean. And that he never wanted you to hit him up. He can tell people what he wants. We're not dating and I know what's going on. Wow. Yeah, but he's saying you're straight up harassing him and that you were harassing Umari. Tomoe Umari? Probably not. A lot of VTubers share the same names, but okay. Wow. Nah, he literally came to my pics and says he is turned on by my nudes. Lol. And he talks to other girls too. Vanessa is like, wow. Vanessa kind of stands on business. To a certain extent, I respect it. I respect it, man. Bro knows what she wants and she's fine with it. And then Ma keeps hammering home the question, do you have a screenshot date of the last time you've talked? Ma, she just told you they're still talking. What do you mean? If like, piece together the puzzle, buddy. Like, okay, look. Vanessa said, Ma said that Bro said that she and Jusoke has not talked for months. Vanessa said he's still talking. Why is like the details so important to you? God damn. He says that about every girl he talks to, and Umari believes that, well, I mean, as long as you're all having fun. So Vanessa genuinely does not mind. Vanessa is like, well, I mean, I don't really care. This is not my business. You know, like, he can talk to other girls. You know, he can play and fuck with other people, I guess. It's not really my business. I'm just happy being able to fuck with him and shit. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, we are, lols. We are mega confronting him. I mean, at least get some dick. Oh, okay. I guess, let me guess he's also talking to you. I mean, he's no more than a dick to me. Yeah, dude, holy shit, this is actually kind of based. He is just, to her, Josuke is just a fucking walking vibrator. And that's all that oh my god. That's kind of cool. Vanessa, that's kind of cool. I actually sort of respect that. And there are a lot of big dicks out there. I just like big buff guys. Holy, bro knows what she wants. Vanessa is like, do not make me do anything that will get in the way of my dick. True. Bro really wants that dick so much. Holy shit, I respect it, bro. I do. Respect. I actually do. That's probably your fantasy. That's everyone's. Dude, that's like, Rima, that's what everyone wants. Like, that's what everyone wants. Okay, that's what every guy wants. Imagine having a girl that you can casually hook up with and that you have the freedom to fuck any single person if you're single. Like, you basically just have free pussy, like a free booty call number. Like, that is so, like, that's what everyone wants, man. Like, I'm not talking even for just a guy, for a girl too. Like, if you can have sex, you have some stress relief that you can initiate with. Fucking, no strings attached. Like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Dude. Is this about another guy? Oh, this is about another guy. But the context as to why we're reading this is that it's supposed to give off the impression that Mal, it's not Mal's first rodeo into being a side chick. So anyway, fair, I'm there too. What do you mean you're there too, Mal? So you just want dick too? Tried to. If you all want romantic stuff with him, I haven't had that with him in a while, yeah. But talks shit about LewDtubers. Well, yeah, I didn't want that either how he acts. He tells Omari that he calling me wifey and stuff is joking. But when is the last time you talked? Damn, so insistent. Cause he's been saying it's been months. So I'm okay. We're not dating and marrying whatever, but we can still fuck. We literally talked and called and sleep yesterday. Can you send a screenshot of that? Okay, so Mal wants to fish for evidence. I mean, Omari still thinks she has a monogamy with him. Stop, I'm laughing my ass off. I'm like, whatever, I'm not the one getting cucked. Please show holy shit he embarrassed himself so hard then. Man, can we at least wait till I get some dick? Oh my god! Oh my god! Vanessa, holy shit, dude! Rima, you should have invited me when we talked about this. We would have shit posted about this so fucking much. Man, I know you guys wanna cancel him or anything. I know we're gonna have some confrontation. I know you want me to be in a confrontation with him or anything. But like, can you let him fuck me? Can I fuck him once before doing it? Like, can I have some dick before that too? Like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing here? Like, holy shit. Bro has her boundaries and she wants everybody to respect it. Holy shit. I'm gonna give Vanessa a follow. Okay, I'm gonna give Vanessa a follow just because I respect how horny she is. I really do. Holy crap. Holy fucking crap. Oh my god. Vanessa hoping he go. No, man, no, bro, no. What do you mean? Yeah, she's not gonna fuck me. Yeah, of course not. Of course not. I just think she's funny. If she is like this in her internet or in her streams or whatever, then you know what? That's an energy worth following. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh my fucking god. She has principles, man. She really does. I actually genuinely do respect it. Anyway. Can we at least wait until he gets some dick? But I do think that this shows a pattern of behavior from Mal. I think Mal's the type of person that gathers evidences in the slight occasion that she doubts you. And you know, to a certain extent, maybe that's valid, but I would never want to be friends with somebody who does that. Because I am one video away from having ammunition against me. From my shit being taken out of context, among many other things. No, true. No, Rima, you're right. You're right. Vanessa is what Nasagi would be if it was a female VTuber. Oh, exactly. Exactly. I would be this exact type of person. Holy shit. I would be this exact type of person. If I was a girl, I would be a whore. I'm gonna be so fucking for real. Anyway, let's keep walking. He sleeps around the easy anyways rather. He'll forget in a month. I'm just a bit horny, Lamau. I don't want nothing romantic with him. Y'all can have him. Oh, I know. If you want, I can even send you a hotter guy. Trust. Wait, so Ma's bargaining with him? If you just give me screenshots, I can give you a hotter guy. What are we doing here, dude? What are we doing here? Yeah, it's the type of people in the VTuber community that keeps files on every single person they speak to. Yeah, it really does. I feel like that's an issue on their part. Like, you have some unresolved issues there or something, dude. Trading Pokemon cards, true. Please send us screenshots because he'll fall back to you after this anyways. You'll be surprised. I have, lol. But Vanessa. So, Vanessa doesn't care. He's like, okay, well, if you cancel him and he falls back to me, I don't really care. I'm not gonna indulge him. He'll just be a free dick. If he starts crying about like how people canceled him and shit, I don't really care. I just want his dick and that's it. Wow, respect. Respect. He's done this before me and Umari. Please send a screenshot. Alright, let me see. Okay, when is he trying to talk to you? Just send me the screenshot first. I'll explain all the other drama to you after, because it's so much, including recordings. Holy shit, my brother. God damn. Honestly, I'm not very interested, lol. I'll just see something out. I'll just see myself something out of this. Okay. Then I'm gonna chuck it up to lying, though, and not gonna tell him. I mean, as long as y'all leave me out of this, lol. Just cause I do wanna see y'all called if y'all did. Cause Giosuke has been super lied to all his friends about everything. Well, yeah. Y'all kinda be stupid if y'all can't see that. Y'all be kinda stupid if y'all still can't see that about this. Wow. Wow. Hence why I want to be left out of this. I did, that's why I called him out. Fair, he's actually crazy, TBH. We just kinda take what we need. True, which is, in this case, dick. Yeah. He tells me he's just sexting and acting like a couple with me feels better than with Umari and doesn't want me to leave. I was like, okay. Yeah, he's just kinda sleeping around with anyone and then talks shit about the ones he's into, including you. We don't have to do anything with each other, streaming, VTubing, or anything other than that, though. Well, yeah. I'm like, whatever. I'm not his GF. I used to be, at least. I think he even admitted that. Fair. Okay. Two more pages of screenshots. 3 more, actually. He sleep... Oh, wait, never mind. I already saw this. But I just said, no, I'm not BFGF with you anymore after I found out he has multiple girls. He talks like this. I just want to be left out of it. I just think he's kind of fuckable. Any guy that's buff is kind of fuckable. Rima, I should have what? I should have oh my god. Dude, I swear to god. If Sykkuno makes a response, chat, I'm gonna hop over on Rima's channel. We're gonna shitpost from there. Holy fuck. What a legend. I'm gonna say, you know? There's so much information that we didn't need to know. It is. But for some reason, we got fucking cursed to do so. That's just what it is, I guess. You guys dated? Yeah. Y'all said he never did before. He wanted to marry me and have mixed kids. He would never date you. Oh, okay. I know his legal name, his number. Oh, okay, Lamau. Wait, is his legal name blank? Yeah. And his Korean name? Oh, he's Korean. So chat, he's a buff Korean dude. That makes sense. Oh, you rated then so thank you so much, dude. DN Gym Fund for Vanessa. Unfortunately, I'm not a Korean buff dude. I'm a Filipino. I'm a short Filipino dude. Sorry. My exact body type, just from my length alone, and my ethnicity is the exact opposite. Yeah. Which, north or south? Probably, imagine if it was north though. Thank you so much, Iridescence. You could be a buff Filipino. I could be a buff Filipino. The problem is, if I get buffed, because I'm so short, I'd look like a meatball. I'd look like fucking Geodude, dude. Or, I'd look like Golem from Pokemon or Geodude. Like, I am so short, I'd look like a meatball. Okay, thank God he didn't lie about that. Umari didn't know his number even before the fallout, and she thought he gave something precious to her. I was crying, Lamau. God, like, this guy's literally a pig. He stroked his cock like 1,000,000 times to my nudes and came to my voice when... Okay. Honestly, if it wasn't for these circumstances, you seem really nice and funny to talk shit with. He told me she's polyamorous and he would never date her. Jesus Christ, man, this is so awful. I just like buffy men, honestly. Good that I chose to avoid him. But I have too many mutuals that are buffy men, to be honest. Okay, I feel like we didn't need to know this. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to judge him, because I'm not really the type to sleep with guys. I can respect it. I see. Like romantically, or I'm also monogamous. Same. But I don't care if someone romantically, I don't care if their feelings or anything inside of us fucking hanging or hanging out. But if y'all gonna make an expose video or something, I'd go like it. Okay, gotcha. Vanessa oversharing. I mean, this is like a woman thing, I think. I think that when women talk gossip about like sexual stuff, I think they share a lot more than the dudes. Because I think when dudes share, I think it's just, hey man, hey man, I heard you fucked this person. And dudes would be like, yeah, I did. Oh shit, bro, I did too. Eskimo buddies, let's fucking go. Like, I feel like it doesn't go any deeper than that. Women definitely talk a lot deeper about like their experiences. Because like I think they are like more deeper people. Okay, not deeper in the sense where like they think more, but deeper in the sense where a lot of the profound experiences matter a lot more to them. Yeah. So anyway, that's what happened. Let's look at this. I don't want to explain too much about it honestly because I don't fuck with this guy romantically. Okay, whatever. Okay. Okay, let's look at Vanessa. Overall, not her first time being a side piece and starting to start drama over a garbage man. We already read that. By the way, the girl which is her friend we mentioned in the conversation also tried to do the same thing she did in the 15-minute talk, which is to get that guy to leave me so that he can be with her. Friends for a reason, I guess. Oh. Damn! Vanessa hit him with a 1-2 or something. Holy shit. Okay. I've never talked or posted about this because I hate drama and this girl and her friends wouldn't stop pestering me at the time. I don't like wasting my time making Google Docs on the internet nobodies. Lastly, me and Josuke was purely online. We've never met anything. And as a grown-ass woman, I don't consider that as a serious relationship. We did make plans to meet and stuff, but TBH, it doesn't mean shit to me until we've met. And this was exposed before we've even met. I don't give cheaters and monogamies. Okay. Nusagi, read my XP bar is kinda low. Oh, true. I have seen that too. I've seen that. True. I've seen that. Yeah. We'll get into that later. Okay. So basically, what Vanessa is trying to say is that in terms of trying to expose, confront, or like be in a relationship with somebody that actually turns out to be a cheater, and then end up being so schizophrenic or annoying or like being bad at it, it's not Himama's first time. I see. Okay. So, she gets into these situations a lot. Look at this shit chat, okay? Look at this shit chat. My XP bar is so low, but I do it. Oh god. I've never gotten something like this before. Ah yes, the special treatment. The specialty treatment. I've never gotten something like this before. Oh. Pussy? Oh, I've never touched pussy before. Oh, you would let me touch your boobs? Oh my god. That is so, I have to let you know that is so special to me. Because like, I've never touched a boob before. So, I feel like this being the first time I touched a boob or touching a pussy is going to be a very wonderful experience. You know, you are a goddess. Thank you. Thank you for letting me experience the depths of your body. Thank you for letting me experience this. You're going to be a treasure forever. I'm going to remember this for as long as I live because it's my first time. You know, my first times are always special experiences. Like, bro, it's literally every single rule in the fucking Playboy book. Okay, it is that play being make the woman feel special, and she'll give you everything you want. God, I am so fucking sorry. My XP bar is so low. Anyway, this the full context is this. It's such a spicy video, oh my god. So Miles probably like giving him like a twerky video or like some nudes or something. Which is crazy because I'm older than you, but like I haven't really dated much, so you have me now. Oh, okay. You know what? Okay, you know what, Mal? I'll give it to you. That's actually kind of riz. That's kind of riz, okay? So, you have me now. My XP bar is low. Holy fucking shit. Holy shit. Oh god. Anyway, so, the whole Vanessa thing, right? Like, we have that exposure. Hamamal actually responded to this. Like, Himama responded to this, and she responded by saying, this was about Josuke. Stop pretending it's about Sykkuno and dragging something that isn't true. Thanks for showing I never stood for cheating, though. That's not what they're saying, Himama. They're saying, we all know that this is about Josuke, not about Sykkuno. So I feel like she misunderstood. She's not trying to... She's trying to basically paint it that you get into these situations a lot and you have a knack for recording things. You have a knack for canceling people for not being your main girl, for being involved with a cheating scandal. It's more than that. It's more about Mal. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah. BRB kind of bored, gonna hit her DMs later. Oh shit, you wanna hit up Vanessa's DMs? Hey man, I respect it. If you happen to land if you happen to like cop a feel or whatever, sure, let me know and I'll celebrate it with you. We'll throw champagnes and shit in the chat. Yinka. Wow, okay, well people are too mean. Wow. I mean, all her post shows is you expose people that do you dirty. And that's a... I don't think anything bad with it. I think, it goes a little deeper than that. It really is a little deeper than that. If you do this with every single person that you get into a relationship with, and this happened in like 2025, like only a couple months after the Sykkuno, so it seems like Hamamal is the type of person that like jumps into one relationship to another. And yeah, I'm gonna be honest. She's a bit of a flirty. She's very flirty. And it seems like her standards are not that high. We're gonna start a JO's. True, my Leo CD, true. Read the JK part, DN? Where? Oh, I don't know what you mean by JK part. I'm sorry. So yeah. That's what happened. And the last few fucking days, Hemamal has been just kind of crashing out. Oh, this, okay? What he did was horrible and there isn't an excuse, but why in the world are you giving him hope that he'll get a second chance and you can't share what he's done with the world? He says he's so terrible and then run back and give him a second chance? Ariel said. You do realize the call was recorded before the doc, right? A girl was emotional on the call and it was 6 a.m. for me. I just woken up when he called. Okay. And then apparently he got community noted. And then he says the community notes are incorrect. I did wake up at 6 a.m. The call in the doc says 6:50 a.m. which means that the time frame is incorrect. Community notes do better. I talked with his girlfriend around 6 and he called me close to 7. I mean, does that matter? I feel like it doesn't matter. Guys, this was over a month ago. I feel like Mal is touch-starved. She wants a relationship so bad. 6, 7. Oh, shit, you're right. 6, 7. I mean... There are a lot of hot, attractive girls that are still touch-starved. I do agree that that does happen. But I feel like in the case of Hemamal, Hemamal can easily chat. Hemamal can easily bag a boyfriend, okay? Maybe either her standards in the internet, her standards on offline is so high, or maybe he's just not interested in forming relationships IRL. Because you guys have to understand, Hemamal is super hot. She goes to the gym. She does cosplay. She's very fit, and she's a young girl. Okay, not young. She's like 20. Like, that's like, she's a bachelorette. That's prime pickings for somebody that wants to be in a relationship with. Like, it will be so easy for her to get into a relationship, IRL. But maybe she just hasn't met anyone offline. But at the same time, if you put all that energy into an online relationship instead of an offline relationship, then what the fuck are you doing? Online relationships are not fulfilling, brother. Like, it's not a real relationship. I don't know what to tell you. It really is not. She feels like she wants that hookup culture, not a relationship. No, I do think she wants to be in a relationship. She's just very selective, I guess, about the people that she wants to be in a relationship with. And I guess she has a knack of getting it online instead of like finding it organically offline. Because she's super hot. Oh, shit. Women. Mildly, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, because like she's super hot, chat. She's super hot. Def a dodge at this point? Something like that. Yes, we were talking about Vesper study Tokai. Yes. Yeah, so that happened. So that's what's going on with Hemamal. Overall, she's not the most trustworthy narrator. She really is not. So, yeah. I'll see what happens after this. I do think that Sykkuno will make a response. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, I do think Sykkuno will make a response. I think Sykkuno's career isn't exactly dead yet. You being outed as a cheater is not like, yeah, sure, you deserve to get called out, but you're not gonna lose a platform over that, right? Like, a person actively being called a sex pest, accused of being a sex pest, not good, not the end of, that's worse than than this. And people have survived being called a sex pest. So, we're fine. Yeah. He's probably cooking. Nusagi, there is a non-zero oh, true! True. Look, Sykkuno unfollowed Gura. There is a non-zero chance. Look at this shit, okay? Oh, thank you, Dark. Thank you, Dark. Chat. Sykkuno might have hit up Gura at one point. And you know what the worst thing about this was? Every single one of his friends were actually saying shit like vouch, and stuff like that. It's crazy. It's unironically fucking crazy. Like, Valkyrie was there, Skara was there, fucking everybody was there. God damn. Yeah. Now, would Shark Girl actually engage with Sykkuno? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Gura is too mentally ill for Sykkuno. I'm gonna be honest with you. What's the proof? Oh, there's no proof. We're just schizo posting. Yeah. Wait a minute. For all we know, maybe Gura got pregnant but doesn't have a husband because Sykkuno one-tapped him and left. Is there gonna be a Gura Sykkuno files soon, chat? Oh my god. Saba ko Saba, I think you should get out with it. I think you should be one of the VTubers that like decided to reveal the extent of your engagement with her or something. Oh god damn. Oh yeah, speaking of VTubers that has come forward with their experience with Sykkuno, there's a lot. We're gonna pull them out. I have like 6 examples for you here, chat. 6 goddamn examples. There is so fucking many. And we're gonna go through all of them. I took Red Bull, so I'm going to be fine. I'm not going to be tired or anything. Yeah. Rat Sykkuno is actually Vesper. Fuck! You can't say that! my narrative is gonna fall apart. You can't say that. You can't say that. Mildly. Okay, anyway. A Scoochan? Oh shit, Scoochan? Scoochan, Sykkuno tried to hit up. Why is it always like lewd voice actresses? For all I know, fucking Sykkuno hit up news. Holy shit. It's always lewd VAs, it's always the people that makes NSFW content. And I feel like to a certain extent it's intentional. Wait, so fucking did Sykkuno say anything about it? Scoochan rather. Oh shit, okay. She admitted on her stream? Oh, okay. It's on her stream, so I guess I can't bring it up right now. Unless I can like find it here. Let's read up the comments, okay? About the extent of fucking the amount of girls this person talked to. Okay. So, Nami Kitsunami, hi. Oh my god. Thank god I turned him down. Sykkuno reached out to me after seeing me in VR chat one day and always messaged me out of nowhere or tried to meet me up in conventions. He bought me Steam games, he showed up in my city for a league tournament and invited me out to a group event, paid for me to play and all my drinks. And we planned to back out. He Ubered us to my apartment and stored all the prizes we won. Dumb on my part, but I had been drinking. We ended up going to a bar with a vintage arcade game to play more, and as a joke, he told me if I got the high score, he'd pay my rent. After some, he knew I was struggling. After some more drinks, we had to go to my apartment to pick up the prize. He wanted to stay and play games or watch a show with me. Oh shit! He wanted to Netflix and chill. Oh god. I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't feel comfortable and politely thanked him for the night. Sykkuno grabbed me by the waist, pulled me against his body, and asked in a flirty tone, "So do you want something?" At that point, I was really nervous, but I just told him, "No, sorry, thanks, but thank you for the fun and have a good night." But I never knew he had a girlfriend, nor was I interested. I can't imagine if I had fallen for his playboy tricks. He has always wanted to meet up. Oh my god! He has always wanted to meet up at events over the few years that I knew him, but never with my friends. He wanted to meet alone. This is fucking scary. My friends thought it was weird too. Thank god I had such good friends. Oh shit. Oh shit. Just got on the stream after looking at the Mujin video for a day or two. It feels like a giant nothing burger. Oh, thank you, says Shadow. It's exaggerated. I would like to think it's exaggerated. Yeah. Thank you so much for this generous $10 super chat though. Like, oh my god, you guys are so fucking generous today for some reason. I really do appreciate it. So yeah, so he's a player. Imagine like as you were about to leave, Sykkuno pulled you back like he was Darkseid with the Superman meme, or he says in a very flirty tone, "So, do you want something?" Or something along those lines, right? And then fucking bro just decided to say, "Yeah, no thanks, bro. I'm not interested." Holy shit. And you can also file a lot of these things for fucking tax reasons too. Damn. Dude, chat, a lot of people are gonna fall for this. If these are the accounts of people that like actually fell for it, imagine, that has not fell for it rather. Imagine if there were multiple, imagine the amount of people that did. Why does DN do Sykkuno impression really well? Because I was that person in time where, back in my high school days, I was that person who pretended to be like the edgy, depressed person that is so wild and wacky and mysterious and that has like a secret heartbroken past. So I talked I talked like that for a while. I'm tapping back into the powers that I used to have rather, you know. So it's not exactly one-to-one with Sykkuno, like his like how he plays things, but it's close enough. Yeah. By the way, Mal actually edited out that part of her YouTube video. Well, that just makes it worse. Thank you, Mildly. I didn't know that, But hey, I have VOD for that. I fucking clipped it. And wow, that's so bad. Like doing that retroactively is so bad. Like people already know and you're only trying to erase the evidence. Like what are we doing here, man? Just leave it up for posterity's sake. Mal is not PR trained. Or not even PR trained. Mal doesn't think things through. She's very emotionally driven, it looks like. Holy shit. Sure, Nusagi? Yeah, man. Anyway. Okay. Okay, sure, so it's just DMs. I feel like it doesn't matter. Yeah, I feel like it doesn't matter. Where's the creepy parts? There are no creepy parts. Okay, whatever. Okay, sure. That's one experience. That's from one girl. And then this Lena person said, I dated him from 2015 to 2019. I warned a few people about him at that time, but most people didn't believe me and I got harassed for it. So chat, it seems like this Sykkuno be sleeping around and being a playboy thing is not something that happened after he blew up. He's been doing this ever since he was like a fucking, ever since he started out. Bro was born to do this. Bro was born 2015, Chad. That's 10 years ago. He's 34 now. He did this back when he was 24 years old. Bro kept going at it. Like I feel like this kind of changes the whole predator thing to a certain extent, because if we frame it like that, it's not like he actively uses his clout and his money and his numbers, at least intentionally. He's been doing it for a while. But actually no, that doesn't hold up. Never mind. I changed my mind. That doesn't hold up. He could be using the whole power and clout thing as a supplement to the things that he was already doing. Has anyone found this video? Nusagi is jealous. No, bro, come on. I'm not jealous. Me personally, I could never be like that type of person that sleeps around. Seriously, like I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. Like I feel like if I have sex, it has to be with somebody that I like. You know, hey, call me a fucking a fucking oldie or a traditional person, but like you know, I'd rather the sex feel fulfilling. You know? Yeah. Oh, true, I'm jealous. I got a 5. True. Being a player doesn't get you a loving family. Well, yeah, aside from not having a loving family, it just wouldn't feel right. Like, I feel like having sex, and then, like, you know, 30 minutes later, girl gets out, changes, and just goes away. I feel like that's not... I feel like at that point, is the sex really worth it? Right? Because you're just basically masturbating with somebody's body at that point, right? Like, that's not even real sex, if that makes sense. Shut up, Rima. What do you mean you'd rather have sex with Gojo? Are you for real? Gojo's not gonna fuck you, lil sis. Come on, dude. The person that's probably gonna give you the time and day is fucking, I don't know, Megumi. But Megumi is a bum. So, whatever. Fuck you, dude. Look up fictosexual. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Yeah, there's also this. Honestly scared as fuck to share this. Met Sykkuno back in early 2019-2020. First few interactions, he called me 3 a.m. saying he was bored and ending convo saying you were single, right? I was like, yes. I was like, ooh, okay. He called me randomly at night asking what I was up to and he was bored. I talked to him too because I stayed up late and he was like, ooh, I'll keep him company since he was bored. We became friends and I rated him about a year after being friends. His chat asked who he is. I was like, huh? I don't know. They said their name was Jew something, no idea. This made me really sad and confused. I thought we were friends. After that, I felt really sour towards him. Damn. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up. I mean, if this is true, that's kind of fucked up. Like, you're basically pretending not... Okay, chat, look. I have a very weird example for this, but it's because I've lived through it. So back when I was in college, I knew somebody that fucked... Oh, God. I knew somebody that had sex with a disabled girl. Okay? I did. Sorry. By disabled, I mean the mentally handicapped girl. Like, she actually has a mental disability. Okay? Like, I'm not talking about, like, the uwu autism thing. No, she actually has, like, a disability. And then that girl, obviously, because they had sex with this guy, that girl thought that there was something there. So, that girl started, like, chatting with him frequently, started being around him frequently in high school. And the guy, all this time, kept pretending not to know her. Kept pretending not to even know his name. But everybody knew. Everybody knew. Because the girl was actually, like, sending out screenshots of them fucking. Oh, sorry. No. They sent screenshots of them chatting, planning to fuck. And apparently they did. So everybody kind of knew, but it was just so funny that the guy was pretending not to know. Yeah. And that's kind of, ooh. I mean, I feel like you kind of deal with the consequences if you do that, right? Like, I feel like if you have sex with a girl, fucking own it. If you don't have sex with a girl, you know you're gonna regret later, right? Like, don't fuck the mentally unwell girl. Don't fuck the girl that's like that has BPD. Don't fuck the girl that is too much into you. Don't do any of these things. You know what I mean? But hey, what's that saying called again? Fucking pussy does things to a man or something? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. He should have just owned it. He still got what others will never get. Something like that, yeah. I mean, in the Philippines, there's still a thing against, like, mental health stuff. Like there's still people still kind of don't believe that that's a thing. And if you fuck the mentally handicapped girl, people are gonna mock you because the guy kind of positioned himself to be like some sort of a player, but that easily gets pussy, by the way. But the fact that he fucked a girl that was, I suppose, in this case, the easiest person to manipulate and fuck, kind of speaks a lot about his player skills, if that makes sense, right? Yeah, but if I ever have a chance with Russia, I'm taking it. Thank you, Gao Kaiser. And you know what? You're right. I would too. I would too. I would too. We're gonna let's not kid ourselves. She's super hot. She's an attractive young woman. Well, young in quotation marks, because she's actually 34 or something. But yeah. Anyway, I asked him about it a few years later because I was confused, and he was, I don't remember. It was probably when we first met, but it wasn't. We played games with friends and talked for a year. Oh shit. We were gonna meet after the BTS concert in LA, but he wouldn't answer his messages, and I got a weird gut feeling, so I just said, never mind, maybe next time. I never want to clarify. I've had romantic feelings for him. I've never had romantic feelings for him, only friends, and I've been wanting to keep it that way. My interactions with him were not great, and I wasn't sure if it was just me who went through this. Okay, sure. I won't be sharing screenshots because I don't want to. I mean, I respect the decision, but at the same time, if this were a Google Docie, or if this were like some sort of an expose or a supplement to another expose, you should. But it's whatever. I don't really care. Yeah. Then anyway, another person said this. Bro was really in everyone's DMs for real. He even tried it on me. I see. Instagram too. It's in the Instagram account. Holy shit. Instagram. Okay. Oh, Kazahara's here. What the fuck? Then. Oh wait, no. This is the same person. Why did I pull up the same person fucking 3 times or something? There's one more. There's 2 more even. He was everywhere. Yeah, he is everywhere, dude. I met Sykkuno at my first TwitchCon in 2022. He was on a party bus, asked me if I knew what a happy ending was, and then asked for my number. Oh my god. Bro wanted to get the fucking, the hand. You know, not the JoJo hand, the hand. Oh shit. So, oh shit. I was so drunk that whole trip too. I forgot all about it, but I still remember his face. Ew. Oh, Evanito's here. No shot, you were on that bus. That bus was a fever trip. So much happened and the bus driver was awesome. I've never been on a party bus. I've never been to too many parties. But I imagine it's like a big bus and where everyone just like parties and drinks and like talks. That sounds like a little miserable. But wow. Approaching a drunk girl to lead them up for fucking is like kind of wild. Holy shit, Sykkuno. I wonder if Sykkuno was invited. Yeah, no, yes, you know, I agree. Dude, Sykkuno was 100% invited to one of those V-Shoujo orgy parties. 100%. You know how there's rumors about how like VTubers have orgy parties? Sykkuno probably is like a top dog there. I'm gonna be so fucking for real with you. Most likely, he is. Okay, look at this. I had Sykkuno approach me during 2025. We traded Discord, scheduled a game of Valorant. I mentioned I wanted to bring a +1 and he started to sound less eager. Oh my fucking god. Bro was everywhere, okay? Bro was everywhere. It is so insane to me. To a certain extent, I respect it though. To a certain extent. It's like the, oh, get your pussy, get your bag, bro, like sort of thing. Look, I would respect Sykkuno so fucking much if this came out from him, but that he wasn't a lying he wasn't a lying, cheating piece of shit. Like if bro was single and he did all of this, dude, the bros would be like, hell yeah. Like we would be celebrating him. Like even if this was like a character break, like you know how he played the ooh woo soft boy thing, but bro was actually a player IRL, no, we would be celebrating this. We would. I would be patting him in the ass or some shit. Yeah. God damn. He's everywhere. He's worse than Vesper or something. Yeah. You what? I would be patting him in the ass. Oh, sorry, no, patting him in the back. I don't know why I said ass. Patting him in the back. Jesus. DN, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Unfortunately, I have a bad case of not caring about my personal well-being unless it affects people around me, so I don't really care. Freudian slip? It's not a Freudian slip. I'm not a dirty homosexual, chat. Come on. So anyway, so there's that. This is what's happening to Sykkuno right now. What a wild turn of events. So we ask a very difficult question, okay? Or maybe not even difficult. We ask like the discussion that everybody have been talking about in Twitter. That difficult question being, is Sykkuno a predator? Is Sykkuno a predator? Is the extent of the accusations valid? Is the extent of his crimes, is the extent of the crimes that happened valid? Oh, sorry. The punishment that got dealt with valid, rather. Okay. I need you guys to listen to my whole thing. Okay? Listen to my whole, like, my opinion about this is very weird and very complicated. I actually thought about this a lot, and it does sound like I'm doing a lot of mental gymnastics, but here's the thing. Okay? Here's the thing. to me, you guys are gonna have to hear me out, okay? Hear me out first. To me, I largely agree with the notion that if a person actively engages with others that are easily exploitable and taken advantage of for the sole intent of fucking them, while wooing them with money, experiences, blah blah blah, and other material temptations, you're a predator. You're not a sexual predator. Like, you're not the predator that's like, that a lot of people associate with. And that's why I thought, like, Hemomal and Mujin should have been super careful with the wording there. But to me, that still kind of makes you a predator, right? Like, to me, bosses and producers that convince actresses or secretaries or assistants or whatever to fuck them in order to climb the ladder is a predator. Landowners that convince renters to fuck them so they don't pay rent is a predator. Teachers that tell a student to fuck them for a higher grade is a predator. They aren't crimes. Unless the person is a minor, of course, but they are still a predator in my opinion. Again, not sex offenders or has some weight or nor does it have the same weight of a sexual offender or whatever, or somebody that's like a sex pest. But, I stand by this. Even I tried to explain this to people in my previous stream, but I couldn't find the words again because I was rushing shit out. But I even, you can tell me that the labeling makes it sound extreme or waters down the definition, and we can talk about that later. But we're applying this logic to Sykkuno first. Okay? Is Sykkuno a predator? The predator that I just described. Let's look at the facts. We know that the girl was the one who flirted and talked to Sykkuno first. I chalked this up in my previous coverage of her striking a conversation for conversation's sake. Flirty, yes, but innocent enough where the intention was to have a romantic relationship with Sykkuno is there. But now that we have seen people like we've seen Hamal here, the poster of the doc, legit fucking intentionally seemingly want to be the guy's side piece, and he's the one who engaged with him first. It turns out, and it also turns out that this isn't the first time it happened. Like, she's a bit of an untrustworthy narrator. The water gets even muddier. Again, I even thought that she was trying to bait him when she was all about, oh, Sykkuno, you didn't cheat on me, I'll still give you a second chance. Like, that happened, right? Whether or not you believe that that was her intentions, we can talk about that all we want, but I do believe that it's like a half and half. Right? So, how do I want to say this? I'm switching up a little. Because when this whole thing happened, the glaring faults that I saw on the original Google Doc wasn't, I ignore. I already said this a lot earlier, right? But if we frame the question, if Sykkuno is a predator, I think he is, but not to Mal. He might be, but not to Mal. He could be a predator. We don't have any concrete stories and screenshots from the people that he actually preyed on, right? At least not that I know of, not right now. But knowing that we know now how allegedly there are multiple victims that doesn't come out yet, maybe that'll come out in the future. Maybe we'll see more of this, right? We have to leave the idea open that he actually might be somebody who uses or weighs his power or uses his power against people. Who waves money and power and his clout against people, that might make him an actual predator with the definition I just gave, but not to Mal. Because the new context and the information really paint this in a bad light for the original detractors. Sykkuno did not again contact you first. You did it with the express intent of trying to raise him up, and him being a cheating fuckhead got you what you wanted. Yes, I agree that you did not know he was single and that he is a lying bitch. Right? Like, you didn't know. We agree with that. There is a whole discussion to be made there about how consent works in a situation like this. Right? You were lied to. You were lied to. But let's not pretend you immediately walked away and that this is seemingly not your first time. Let's not pretend that that he groomed you or that he wooed you. Because that's how it was framed.
You framed it as him love bombing you or being a sugar daddy to convince you to fuck him, but I don't think that's not true. But I don't think that's true. He didn't need to love bomb or be a sugar daddy towards you. You already wanted to fuck him yourself. If it is true that Sykkuno is a predator, you are not in the position to be the one saying that. I do believe that engaging with others in a position to get exploited for the intention of having sex with them makes someone a predator, but that's not what Sykkuno did to Mal. You're not in a position to get easily exploited. I'm sorry, you really have to show me proof that you were easily exploited and that you were prepped to be in that situation. You can tell me you got given money and that he's a big content creator, so the power dynamic makes it so that he's harder to resist, but that's not what happened here. You wanted this. You wanted this. You did not stay silent to just put up with it or whatever, or even slightly that's what predators do. In my opinion, predators make you can tell me if I'm wrong here. Predators make you feel like you have to put up with it or to actually use the power dynamic to allow him to fuck you. You know, they promise you a life of luxury if you're poor, clout if you want fame, promotions if you need that job. Again, the whole bosses, producers, teachers, landowners example I gave you, right? There needs to be a clear power dynamic for you to be a predator, but there also has to be a clear action that the power dynamic is being exploited to make me think that you're a predator. You know, the power dynamic needs to be there, and that dynamic needs to be exploited. That's not what happened here. Again, that's not what happened here. Seriously, that's not what happened here. It doesn't seem to me like he was dangling that carrot on a stick with you. I'm gonna be honest. Consider that he gave you money. My God. You know? You wanted to fuck him first. Sorry. Let's take even if we bite the bullet, even if we consider that her approaching him first doesn't matter, the fact of the matter is, you already kind of wanted to fuck him. You DM'd him with the express intent of trying to riz him up. There's two ways this can go. Okay, I want to use a passport bros example. I want to use the passport bros example. There is a culture where Westerners go to Southeast Asian countries like Thailand or the Philippines to take advantage of naive, stupid young women for easy fucks. Okay? I would consider that a sort of predator. Not a sexual predator. It does not have the same connotations that you think it does. Right? I personally don't even mind that. But, you have to also remember that in response to that culture, there are Southeast Asians, Filipinos, they developed a culture where these girls actively prey on these young men, on these wealthy ass Westerners. So the predator becomes the prey for these women. To a certain extent, that's what you did. Obviously, you're not actively trying to prey on him. You didn't you didn't want to take advantage of him because he was the bigger person or whatever. But that's the example that I kind of want to use. Right? I don't know if my logic makes sense. I don't know if my logic that I did say that it felt like a little bit of a mental gymnastics, but that's the thing that I think of, right? It's not about taking advantage of a situation that would normally not happen if it wasn't in that position. It's more about taking advantage of a situation that would normally not happen if he wasn't in that position in the first place. Something like that, I guess. I'm not sure I understand what you mean though. But that's why to me, if Sykkuno is a predator, even if that were true, he did not prey on you. You know? Like, we can't just, like, he didn't need to promise you anything to convince you to want to fuck him. You already wanted to fuck him. Like, we can't just ignore your agency in all of this. I'll gamble, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. I'll gamble. If you ask me if he's done this to a VTuber, like he's actually preyed on a VTuber before, like took advantage of this, I'll gamble on the likelihood that he did, which is why I think this needed to happen, right? Like, I think him being exposed needed to happen, but he did not prey on you. Unless, until we actually have like proper accounts of other VTubers actually being preyed on to the extent that you claimed, which is that he intentionally targets smaller creators and uses that power dynamic to get what he wants, I'll withhold judgment. Because it seems like, look, we'll look at this example, right? Where is this? Because it seems like from the account in here, it seems like that's not what he's doing. I think he doesn't discriminate on bigger or smaller content creators, no. Whatever is the easiest or the path of least resistance that he can find or he can go for a quick and easy fuck, he'll go do it. I don't think power dynamic plays a part into which person he wants to target. He targets everyone. Yeah, exactly. I think that's the point. I think he targets everyone. Yeah. I think that's why he also targets like the lewd VAs that show their skins too, that maybe has a hot voice. He's probably not gonna target somebody like fucking, I don't know, Nene Amano or Miori Celesta, who are purely VTubers that don't make like adult content or doesn't sound hot or whatever. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I have no idea. But like from what we've seen, it's always 18 plus voice actresses and people that make porn. Yeah, maybe I guess this person was an exception or something. I don't know. I don't know if this person is 18 plus or not. But somebody that is lewd. So, yeah. Again, because from what we've seen, he's been doing this since 2018 apparently, before he was a big content creator. So that gives me the impression that he thinks he can, that gives me the impression that he does this to anyone he thinks he can riz. And is easy to fuck. So yes, again, I will gamble on the likelihood that he might be a predator, but you really have to prove it to me. Not just use circumstantial evidence. Like, I need real evidence here. I think Mal should have not used the and I think Mal and like Mujin should not have used the term sexual predator because the things associated with that are criminal. Like when people think sexual predator, it's like rapists and it's rapists and what's it called and pedophiles and shit. Right? Like that I know I drama bait, right? Like I use things in superlative ways. But like those are like that's a tad too far to me from me though. Like even me who does things like that is a tad too far for me, right? Unless I see that, I can confidently call him a label that is deserving. Until I see that. But I want to see how Sykkuno reacts and if there's something he can say to counter all of this, even slightly. And I still will continue to farm this drama as it develops. I really will. I really will. They used sexual predator because they wanted to make the situation worse than it already was and remove Mal's agency in the entire situation. I think to a certain extent that's true. Yeah. I think they really wanted to use superlative terms. They really wanted to use the buzzwords to paint Sykkuno in the worst possible light. Yeah. I think fucking Hermamal wanted to end Sykkuno's career. At least that's how it came off of. If Hermamal comes out and says that that's not what I was trying to do, I was just trying to warn people. I just wanted to let people know that's what we're doing. Then if that's true, then you would have used the proper wording. You know, like the things that you say, the things that you accuse of speak for themselves. So let it speak for themselves. If you want to warn women that Sykkuno is like this, then present the situation as it is. You don't have to clickbait. Me making like a drama tuber making a drama video and making like, oh my god, this VTuber is over. Oh, this person did what? Or like some sort of like drama bait, somewhat superlative hyperbole title to frame their video in a way to get clicks. Like that's understandable to a certain extent because it's a fucking drama video. But when you make something like, when you make a Google Docie is serious. Okay, wow, I'm retarded for saying that, but a Google Docie carries a lot of weight than a drama video is what I'm trying to say, right? A Google Docie can end careers, bro. Like you really have to be careful with how you phrase things and how you frame things too. What about the elf girl? I get what about the elf girl? I think the elf girl is fine. I didn't have too much what's his name again? Elfie something? Elf Fun. I don't remember her name. I think she's fine. I think her experience is valid because she got cheated. He actually fucked Sykkuno. Didn't know he was cheated on, but she wasn't the one that made a Google Doc. She wasn't the one that made the what's it called? Made the accusations that he was a sexual predator or whatever. Yeah. I largely think that it's like Bao, right? Like her involvement, she's involved, true, but I would like to think that her involvement is not to the extent that Mujin and Hemomal did. Like I don't think that's that big of a deal. Yeah. Yeah. So in any case, we are all in agreement that Sykkuno is bad. Okay? We are all in agreement that Sykkuno is bad. And how do I want to say this? Yeah, Sykkuno is bad. Yeah. We are all in agreement that him being cheating, a lying fuckboy, and he needed to get out. Like that needed to get outed. So other girls will know what his strat is. But we also have to recognize that this seemingly coordinated attempt to take down his career is not good. Especially because the punishment and the label does not deserve... It does not fit the crime, in my opinion. Like, did we really have to do all of this? Did we really have to say that him love bombing or him being a sugar daddy to coax you into fucking him? Nah, man. That's not what happened. I feel like if this was just created for its own sake and not this fucking hit piece, or at least framed in a hit piece, would have done wonders. You know, it would have been better that way. As it is for many Google Docies, even the accuser is not the perfect victim. Yeah. That's what I think about all of this. That's why I asked you guys to hear me out, because it's a bit complicated. Like my opinion about this is very complicated. I'm not even sure if I fully agree with it too, because I did say that when it makes sense in my head, but when I say it out loud, it sounds like I'm schizophrenic, right? It sounds like I'm schizophrenic. But it basically boils down to, I think, is Sykkuno a predator? He might be. Sure, I think so. If you ask me to gamble on the idea that he might be a predator, that he uses the power dynamic, that he actively uses the power dynamic to get pussy, I might agree with it. I'll probably put money in it. But was that what happened here? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's basically what it boils down to. Yeah. So, I guess we'll see. Because I did pull this up. I put this up earlier. I can't wait for his response or for any verifiable accounts of something worse that Sykkuno did. Because I'll switch up. I'll switch up if there's new information that comes to light. But yeah, I'll bring this up because I feel like this was important. Look, chat. I'm an actual nobody, and I count on a lot of fingers. People not even in that doc. So don't let this chuckle fox in his circle gaslight you about this, folks. Yeah. I had creator friend groups that not even connected to VTubing that had their own stories about him. I was like, oof, he's so cooked. Literally any day now someone is gonna say something. Yeah. Yeah. Apparently there are a lot of victims. or a lot of people, not just like 6, 7 people, a lot of people. So unless like we'll see, I guess. He did not grape anyone. Yeah, he didn't grape anyone. Of course not. Of course not. Six, 7. Oh, true. 6, 7 victims. True. 6, 7. But yeah, don't cheat and love your girlfriends, guys, is the moral of the story. Dude, just don't cheat in general. Like if you don't love your girlfriend anymore, I don't know, just fucking just leave. Just leave, dude. So it's an open secret until a Menhera wanted a bigger slice of pie. Disgusting for everyone involved. Well, I mean, there's a certain I do agree that there is a certain valid point to not sharing things that you are not. Okay, how about I'll say it like this. If I heard that there was some weird things that this person did, right? I'm not going to say anything about it. I really won't. You know why? Because I don't have proof. And me vague posting about it will only make it worse. Right? And if I want to break a story about how this person did weird, creepy, abusive things to somebody, I want to have the victim's consent before I do it. Like, I feel like a lot of people get mad about the whole, oh, if you knew, then why didn't you say anything? It's a lot more complicated than that, right? There's a lot of circumstances where a person that knows or has heard about it may not be in a position to be able to do so. Like, again, the most common examples that I know of are that they don't have proof, but that they've heard it from a reliable source. The victim is not cooperating or will not give consent to like outing the story, or that the person in question is too big that it'll just be so easy for them to sweep it under the rug and attack you. You know what I mean? The accusers always have the burden of proof. Yeah, exactly. That's why if I find myself in that situation, I'll never mention anything. You'll never hear that from me. You'll never hear any vague posting from me until I see something. Like, for example, if I have fucking proof of... Okay, give me a big VTuber. Okay. Iron Mouse. Obviously, Iron Mouse has not done this. But if I have heard and have, like, somewhat of an accurate timeline that Iron Mouse is actually a bad fucking person, right? I would wait. I wouldn't do anything about it. I would wait. And if that story breaks out, I'm going to say that, yeah, I already knew, chat. I just didn't know how to talk about it. Yeah. Because there's a lot of things. There's like a lot of things to consider whenever people do that. Yeah. Yeah, for legal reasons, this is speculation. Not even speculation. This is like, not even speculation. This is like an example. I used Iron Mouse because Iron Mouse has the most defensive fan base in any fan base in VTubing, I would like to think. Like, yeah, I wanted to like use the best example for this scenario. It's a hypothetical. Yeah. So that's my opinion in all of this. Let's see. Oh shit. Somebody, thank you so much for sending this to me. Valkyrie talks about it. Okay. This ties back to my tweet earlier where a lot of people were talking about where a lot of people were shocked about how they just found out that Sykkuno is actually a cheater. But I didn't buy it. I feel like that's bullshit. How can you not know if other people knew? So let's watch it.
Okay. Shall we just get started? Obviously.
The volume is so low. Here we go. Okay, there we go.
Elephant in the room. Obviously, yes, I did talk to Sykkuno, and obviously, yes, he did tell me everything. And
Okay.
obviously, yes, I should not have tweeted that I was
Did he tell you all the girls that he talked to? Or what do you mean by everything? Yeah, you have to let me know that.
disappointed yesterday because it just gave a lot of ammo to a lot of angry people. But yeah, he knows that
You did, because it seems like you're it did, because it seems like you're a massive hypocrite. It seemed like you, obviously this might not be true, but this is how optics works, okay? When you said disappointed, it looked like you were throwing him under the bus, but that you already knew. Because it's almost impossible for you to not know. You know what I mean? Yeah. It looked like, it looked like you were throwing him under the bus, and that's like rat behavior. I don't like it when people do that.
I was gonna mention it today, and he told me everything, and yeah, I am disappointed, as I have been with a lot of my friends in the past. And
She's too loud? Oh shit, 0. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Yeah, can you turn the volume down to 0? Womp womp. Thank you mildly.
I'm sure I've also been disappointing to a lot of my friends as well. So, you know.
What does that mean, you've been disappointing to a lot of friends? Is it because you you throw people under the bus, or maybe you selectively choose which person you... Yeah.
It is disappointing, you know. But what happened? I'm surprised. Some of you don't know, but yeah, he's a cheater. He's a
Yes.
cheater. But
Yes.
yeah, we talked, and he's gonna figure things out, and I hope for the best, and I am so sorry to all of those involved. It's been a day or two. Yeah, sucks. You look tired. I am tired. I haven't slept. I was up all night last night,
Sure.
and
Sykkuno did nothing wrong. Oh, okay. I thought you were... I don't know if that's sarcasm, but...
out today. No, I did not know. I did not know he had a girlfriend. I did not know, which led to my tweet, because I thought my tweet was going to make it clear that I didn't know. But apparently me tweeting that had a lot of, caused a lot of distress. So yeah.
I'm gonna fucking up the speed. I don't know why she talks like that. Not to be mean or anything, but it's like, yeah, it's like, come on, dude.
A lot of angry people. It's my karma, because last year, it's because XQC reacted to my tweet, and
What?
he did a whataboutism, which is funny because last year when I talked about it, I did a whataboutism, which I've already talked about and I already apologized for, and I already understand that it was really stupid of me how I worded it. And this is just my karma coming back again. It's just coming back. So yeah, it's yeah.
I don't know if I believe that you didn't know, man. I don't know. I seriously fucking doubt it. This rumor has been around your streamer circles for a while now. Even non-VTuber friends know. Because you are like Gassan's girlfriend, you are probably the person that's most prone to gossip. You are one of the people that's up there. People will eventually, news or like word around the street will eventually make it back to you. Because your circle, your clique is one of the cliques that does that. I find it very difficult to believe that you didn't know.
I already talked about all that. Everything that everyone's telling me to talk about, I already talked about. And I already own up to it, you know? I own up to my shit. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. But yeah, it's back again. XQC is your daddy. Dude, I know, bro. I know. XQC is so famous and so popular. He's so popular. And when he says things, it's like the juicers, they swarm. And then it's like, damn, I already dealt with this last year.
Hello?
Please. I'm sorry. I was already sorry. I'm sorry.
Pretty sure Sykkuno is friends with Hassan. I mean, I don't know the circles there, but I wouldn't be surprised. It's OTV.
Yeah, no.
I
it's
used to
like-
follow OTV for a while back then. You have to remember, I was a fucking huge League of Legends schizo. And Offline TV was like the group that I followed a lot back then. Cause, you know, Pokimane, Lily Pichu, Scara, like these were League people.
Damn. Yeah, I know. It's so. I was like, man. I was like, I can't even delete my tweet. I can't do anything. So I'm just gonna leave it there. It's whatever. I think all these people just already hate me anyways. I don't know. What can I do? I already talked about everything that they want me to talk about like a year ago. You know, I
Sure.
already did. It's just I'm getting punished for the whataboutism again. It literally feels like
I'm sorry. I know. Whatever. She's talking in circles. Somebody linked me this. Let's see what it says. Asmongold hates himself. Asmongold hates finding himself agreeing with Denims that Sykkuno should not be called a dangerous predator for being a cheating fuckboy. Yeah, dangerous predator is like, ooh boy. I know I said that Sykkuno might or might not be a predator, but I wouldn't attach dangerous to that. That makes it sound like you don't sleep at night because fucking Sykkuno is gonna jump up your window and fucking butt fuck you or whatever. Like, come on, dude. Yeah. Please don't put Denims on my screen. I'm sorry. For the content.
And I think this is something that I think a lot of other people have been frustrated by. That like, when you use twitlongers and you use Twitter and you use mediums meant for calling out predators, and you use hyperlanguage to describe those things, I think it diminishes the terms a little bit, and it's frustrating. And I think it's frustrating for...
He's being sad because like, oh my god, am I actually agreeing with this bitch?
I have to agree. I'm agreeing with Denims. She's totally right.
She is. She's totally...
I agree with... Okay, look, I agree with him. Sorry. I wish we had another word for somebody who uses... I wish we had another word for somebody who uses like power imbalance and actively exploits it. To like get sexual favors, because right now the term that we only have is predator, but again, that's not what Sykkuno is, and that's not what Sykkuno does. I wish there was another word for it, because I feel like the term sexual predator has such heavy negative connotations now that you immediately get labeled or you get like put into the same category as fucking a pedophile and a rapist, even though that's not the case, right? So I feel like until we find a new connotation or a new word for that, like, yeah.
Totally right about this. She is. She's right. I don't know what to say.
Still bad. Yeah, still correct. That is still bad.
Yeah.
I think the jump from that to predatory,
Yeah.
I just feel like the word predatory means a little bit more.
I think she's right. I do. I hate to say it. I think she's right. I think the idea that somebody's a predator because they're cheating on their girlfriend with another girl, that's retarded. You're devaluing the word so much that the word no longer has the power that it's supposed to have.
Well, that's true, but like at the same time, that's not like no, I agree with Asman, but at the same time, that's not the context as to why people were calling Sykkuno a predator. People were calling Sykkuno a predator, including Mujin and what's his face and Mal, because they think he actively uses like he leverages his power, his money, and like all these things in order to like convince people to have sex with him. But again, I said this in the 5th time this stream now. That's not what happened here.
Idea that somebody is a predator because they're trying to talk to...
Also, the age gap. I don't care about the age gap. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Like, I think it's okay that any person above 19 or 20 or whatever to be able to engage with a relationship with people significantly older than them. I don't think so. Like at that point, as long like my only principle when it comes to that is as long as you're not a minor, I don't care. Go ham. You're an adult at that point, right? Like you're an adult at that point. I feel like that's the age where you start to think about life, where you start to think about what kind of. Okay, sorry, no, let me rephrase that. I feel like that's the age where you kind of know what you want in a partner. Maybe you don't have your priorities straight. Maybe you don't know what career you want, what your like blah blah blah, all these things are. But your moral sensibilities, like you have a brain now. You know, like you're not in a position to get groomed. You're not in a position. You're not in the age range. You're not like You're not in the environment to get like groomed or gaslit or like used by adults to think a certain way when you're fucking 20. Let's be for real here. Yeah, sure, we can argue about like, oh, you don't develop the frontal cortex until you're 23, but that's like a whole new can of worms. I feel like at that point, you're already an adult. It's irrelevant now. Yeah.
Multiple girls at a time. A predator is a person who doesn't respect consent and acts in an aggressive way that does not, take consent into consideration. That's what a predator is. I think that if consent is...
Some ironically believe that 24 should be the age of consent because that's brain development. Well, that's why I think at the same, I'm pro free speech. I don't like censorship. But sometimes, right, like, sometimes there are retards out there who I think, fuck, dude. Why do you even have, you're allowed to vote, you're allowed to vote, you're allowed to fucking speak shit, like come on, dude. Maybe,
withdrawn or consent is not given, then a person is a predator. Now they're dangerous, now they're a problem. Somebody being a cheating fuckboy is not a predator. Or, and again, like it goes to say, obviously under 18s can't consent, but yeah, if they're under 18, then they're also a predator, even if the girl was okay with it, right? Yeah, you're still a predator.
Yeah, even if you were initiating it, I agree. Yeah.
Predator because she can't consent.
If you're a 26-year-old man and a 15, let's put it at 16, okay? And a 15, 16-year-old girl approaches you, says he wants to bang you, and you accept, you're a weird guy. You still need to be put on a list. Like, I do think to a certain extent, just because the girl was the one that initiated this, like, right? Like, as the older person, as the more responsible person, you have the principle and the moral obligation to know, or like the capacity to know that what you're doing and what you just agreed to is not right. You're being retarded. And just because the law does not the law does not excuse retardation, or the law does not excuse ignorance or whatever.
Or he can't consent. But that's obviously a different thing. I think the predatory part comes from talking to many younger girls, although 20 or so. Not fair and making you...
No, I feel, again, at the same time, I feel like people understand why people called him a predator.
...of his status and lying about his virginity and lack of experience. If lying about your virginity and lack of experience... Like, who do you guys think does that more? Men or women? Who do you if you had to guess... You're like, flip a coin. Let's flip a coin. Which side's it going to be on, right? Are all those women that do that predatory? No, of course not. And so you're painting with such a broad brush that it makes the stroke mean nothing because it's diluted so much. So I think it's way, way, way too much. And also, this entire idea of a power dynamic, this is just another way that people are removing accountability from themselves. There is not a power dynamic whenever you're popular and somebody else isn't popular. There is a power dynamic when you're an adult and someone is a child. There is a power dynamic when you physically overpower somebody. There is a power dynamic when you have a subordinate that you are hitting on. There is not a power dynamic just because two people are in different positions inside of an industry.
That's literally what I said. I mean, he phrased it differently, but that's literally what I said. That person is a power. That person, like, you're a predator if that power dynamic does exist. But again, Sykkuno and that Mal person did not have this. The power dynamic there was not exploited. It just wasn't, like, you know. It's not that. It's not it. Yeah.
Employee, yeah, there's a power dynamic if you're hitting on your employee or you're hitting on your boss. That's a power dynamic. There's no power dynamic because, and again, you have to keep in mind, what does a power dynamic mean? A power dynamic means that somebody can use your refusal to interact with them, in this sexual
And weaponize
way,
it, yeah.
and then weaponize something.
Chat, not. By the way, not pre-watched. I looked into. Somebody literally just sent me this like 1 minute ago. Well, no, 5 minutes ago. Not pre-watched, but it's very fucking cool that we're mind melding.
Thing against you for it, punish you for it. Now, you could say that, oh, well, he could start rumors that are bad about her in the industry. Yeah, anybody could do that, by the way. Anybody could do that. And that doesn't mean that it's going to work either. Like, it would rely on other people to admit and agree with it. Because obviously that doesn't happen. Large streamer and small streamer is not a power dynamic. Boss and employee is a power dynamic.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It's just more people looking for ways to remove accountability.
Sent you something? Oh shit! Let me see. I'll keep the video playing.
Themselves.
And maybe new stuff will come out, in which case I would love to read it and I would love to hear about it if women would feel comfortable
That's what I
talking
think.
about it.
True, that's what I think too. Yeah, I really want more people to come. I really want more people to talk about it. I'm so sorry if that sounds insensitive to people that may actually have been affected by what's it called, by Sykkuno. But like, again, Mal is not the person. Is the person that has the least authority to say this. Oh shit, Azihara, can I show this on stream? I think so, right? I mean, if it's a public thing. Look at this shit, okay? I'll play it later.
It's just so frustrating because I know that, like, these things are already...
Look at this shit, okay? Cleo apparently knew. A lot of people apparently knew. It's an open secret. Look at this shit, okay? Oh yeah, Sykkuno being a sex pest was an open secret in the streamer world. I heard from at least 10 people with similar stories about him. That's a lot. That's a lot. Wow. So I do think Valkyrie is lying. Thank you, Aze. I do think Valkyrie is lying. Like, there's just no way, man. There's absolutely no shot. Like, if that much of an open secret... Like, come on, dude. Come on. So bullshit. Oh, somebody also said... Dude, a lot of you are sending me a lot today. Holy shit, thank you. Oh, okay, this dice goes on Sykkuno. Okay, let's watch this.
What happened? It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. It's disappointing. It's sad.
It's sad?
And... I don't think that's really all I'm comfortable talking about.
No, I get it. I feel like, dude, here's the thing. Look, I get why it's uncomfortable. If one of your close friends, if you're one of your friends is getting a lot of flack online, just say, I don't want to talk about it. Or something. Right? Because I don't like it when streamers or like content, or people in general, are forced to choose between these sorts of extremes. I really don't. Like, just say, hey, I'm dealing with it. Hey, I kind of don't want to talk about it or whatever. It's so insensitive. Yeah. But we'll see.
Right.
At the same time, I think you knew this guy's toast. I think you knew.
If and when Sykkuno makes a statement, you guys can hear from him. From me. Sad about it.
Sad about it? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
made everyone sit through.
Okay, well, whatever. That wasn't that fascinating. Hey, send me more clips. Oh, okay, here, thank you. What's this? Oh. XQC calls out Valkyrie for speaking on the Sykkuno cheating situation but staying silent. Oh! I think I know the lore for this one.
Oh no, let me root again.
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even like think about that. Valkyrie is all about, oh yeah, I'm so disappointed. It's just that, you know. And then fucking Hassan's dog gets shocked and he's like, yeah, it doesn't say anything or defends him.
It was radio silence because the master of the orchestra was orchestrating people to not speak, avoid this, do this, do that. Because, again, his current social value is elevated. So, since his value to them is elevated, everybody is extremely soft to that, to the point where they're getting directed on what to do. Sykkuno's the social value is almost his currency in that way has gone down a little bit, right?
What's he fucking talking about? Okay, bro, speaking Minecraft enchanting table language or something. I guess from like the vague things that I can gather, he's basically saying that people want to suck up to Hassan because he's a content creator that's infinitely bigger than them, so they have a reason to like stay loyal to him. But at the same time, Disguised Toast is not that big of a content creator, so it's easier to just toss him under the bus. And you know what? I do agree with that. I did say that in my tweet, in my most recent tweet here, where I say, look, man, if just don't say anything if you want to still be friends with your guy or defend him. Holy shit. Come the fuck on, man. Yeah. You should watch the Skara clip. Yeah, somebody DM'd me the Skara clip. I already have it right here. Let's see. I haven't watched the Skara clip yet, but I guess we'll watch. We'll see. Skara on Sykkuno. Okay. Shocked he has a GF. Been around him for 7 years. Still thinks I'll be friends with him. I heard in the past Sykkuno did some stuff. Okay, let's watch it. At least it vaguely, from the summary alone, it seems like he vaguely acknowledges the rumors.
There were some accusations thrown out at a friend of mine, Sykkuno.
Is there a way to make this louder? Okay.
And they're pretty damning. I think I don't really have much to add to this that isn't super already out there. Overall, the only thing I really am gonna say is that I really don't condone cheating. I fucking hate it. I really am. Everyone's talked about how they're disappointed with him. I feel like stacking that makes no fucking sense.
Okay.
I
agree.
am
If you don't have anything good to say, don't say it.
most concerned about essentially his girlfriend as well as Lily. I actually feel really bad for them as well as any of the girls who've come out and spoken up about it. Please not attack any of those people, and those are the people I am thinking about the most right now. But yeah, I'm super disappointed in what happened. I have not personally talked to Sykkuno in the last couple of days. I usually, whenever something big like this happens, I have a snap reaction, and I always tell myself 24 hours. How do you feel about it then? Usually try not to make a statement before then. If I do, really fucking short. 24 hours later, shocked he has a fucking girlfriend. Fucking been around this guy for 7 years. Never knew that.
Wow.
That's crazy. usually don't have much to say about situations like these. I'll say a little bit more because I am a little bit closer to this situation than others. I know an okay amount of YouTubers. I talk to a lot of them.
Sure.
And I am friends with a lot of them. So I reached out yesterday to some of them and asked about the situation. I'd heard in the past that like, hey, Sykkuno did some stuff and people don't like him in here and there. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Sure, that doesn't really matter.
Okay.
I thought it was like he's not like, I don't know. Maybe he didn't treat some people correctly or something. I never asked for details. And honestly, no one would tell me the details because I'm really close to them.
So you knew that he was up to some shenanigans, but you didn't bother to investigate because you don't care. You know what? I can respect that.
Him, and of course, no one's gonna fucking tell me anything, right? But it is just a disappointing situation. I think if you want to do anything about it, just yeah. I guess talk to. I'm most annoyed by like people sending Lily death threats and stuff like that.
What?
I'm
What?
not here to get
Why?
canceled or anything, but it is definitely like one of those situations where I feel really bad for the people involved.
Lily got death threats? How?
You think you'll still be friends with him? I don't know. Realistically, I don't deserve, like, you guys don't deserve the answer to that. I will figure it out. But
True.
like as of right now, I'm not very much interested in hanging out or interacting with him. It is what it is.
Yeah, that makes sense. Jesus
And,
Christ.
like, you guys don't get you guys don't get that answer, if that makes sense. A little bit.
No, yeah, audiences don't get to know what the fuck the answer to that is.
Too parasocial of a question. But
Well,
yeah,
I'll
I
be
get the
parasocial with you guys. My answer, would I be friends with a cheater? Yes. As long as the person they cheated on with is also not one of my friends. Yes. I'm not like a moral grandstander. How do I want to say this? If I have a friend and he cheated on his girlfriend, a girlfriend that I don't know, it's like, who cares? Not within my immediate vicinity, not one of the people I care about, not ultimately not like it doesn't affect anything about myself. I don't care. I'd call my friend for what he is. He's a scumbag cheater. You're a piece of shit. Don't do. I hope you don't do this again, or I'll hope you won't fucking don't do this again, or I hope you will not find any more relationships. I'd still be friends with him. If they cheat a second or a third time, maybe that's when I'll start saying, "Ooh, bro, I don't know about that." But then if that guy starts cheating, and let's say I have two friends and they're in a relationship, and the guy cheats on the girl, and I see that the guy was overwhelmingly in the wrong, yeah, I'm probably gonna stop being friends with the guy. Yeah. I think people see cheating as a thing. I think people see cheating as a thing, as you cheated once and you can never consider the error of your actions. No, not. I guess like I have very mixed, polarizing opinions. Experiences about the whole cheating never cheat. Cheating or cheaters never just cheat twice or something. I do know a lot of people who have cheated but has never cheated since. At least not that I know of, right? Like maybe you can argue with me that maybe the reason they haven't been cheating again is because they haven't been caught. And I wouldn't be able to answer you properly Because once you cheat, yes, you will plant that doubt in the back of everyone's mind that it will happen again. But at the same time, if we are going to give some benefits of the doubt and like some extension of niceness to other people, you know, you believe the best in other people, then you can believe it. But it's just that it's harder, you know? My issue with cheaters is immediately solved by saying, well, I'm not gonna date them. True. Cap on Skara not knowing. Oh, thank you for the super chats. Holy shit, you guys are generous. Cap on Sakara not knowing, and it's been said it's been an open secret in the streamer world. Yeah, no, exactly. If like their intent, like even if they didn't know, okay, even if I'm going to bite their bullet and say they didn't know, they've only heard some stuff and they didn't know. You intentionally turned a blind eye to what could potentially be your friend being a bad person. You didn't even entertain the thought. You know? What if you hear like some weird rumors that your person is a pedophile, that your friend is a rapist, that if your friend is actually a danger to society, you might have ignored it because you don't care? You know, like to a certain extent, not caring about like what your friend does is valid, right? But at the same time, you also have to know, you also have to keep tabs about whether or not the things that are being talked about them or the word that's getting around the street is one in line with what you believe in, right? Like what you believe in the sense where like it's the right thing, right? Like it's not something that's going to cause both of you any trouble. Whether that be interpersonally or in their case, because they're streamers, PR-wise. You have to, at the very least, know something. Or you're intentionally turning a blind eye to what potentially could have been dangers in your circle. So this actually makes it worse, right? So if people intentionally do this for Sykkuno, are there other open secrets in the streamer world where other people are actually a danger to other people? Cheating, yeah, no, yeah, obviously I'm not saying that like the superlative that I'm using, like it's not the crime that, you know, the whole pedophilia rape thing, obviously. I'm just using that as a hypothetical. Yeah. Also, not first cheating scandal from OTV. Oh yeah, no, I remember that. I remember that so much, Zippy Zap. And the energy is not there, I would like to think. Yeah. I would give Skara the benefit of the doubt. I mean, because I don't really watch Skara too much anymore, I don't know what he's been up to. I don't know. It's hard for me to give him the benefit of the doubt. Because I don't know him. Maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't. It's Valkyrie. It's actually just straight up Valkyrie. I cannot give the benefit of the doubt to. It's just, there's just no way she doesn't know, man. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, who really thinks Sykkuno is the only one? Yeah, exactly. Like, come on, man. So anyway, yeah, that's what's happening. Holy shit. You make, yeah, actually you make Bugay. If you're a good friend and you might want to ask, if you're a good friend, you might want to ask what the other says about his friend and ask the said friend if it's true. Yeah. I actually subscribe to the belief that real friends hold each other accountable. Accountable doesn't, holding your friends accountable doesn't fucking mean throwing them under the bus, by the way. It's calling your friend out on their bullshit, calling your friend out if they're lying, if like they're actually like doing something that's like harmful to themselves or to others, right? And making sure that they're in the right path in accordance to what the shared values between both of you are, or in accordance to your goals. I think that's what I think of that's what I think when people say people should hold their friends accountable. Yeah. It's just, this whole situation is just weird, man. So I think we all just have to boil down to it, just waiting for Sykkuno to respond. Because it's only a matter of time. I cannot wait to get into that Google Docu. Let's see. Okay, well, it seems like he doesn't do he doesn't really visit Twitter all that much. Gotcha. Gotcha. What else happened? Is there anything else that happened? Is there anything else that let's look at this, okay? I have a feeling this woman isn't very smart. Oh wait, I think we read this already, I think. Yeah. Oh, we're all gonna. Oh, hey, that's me! That's me! That's my tweet! Okay, hold on. Let's click on this, see if there's new updates. Then we're going to go to latest. Okay, wow, this is not helpful. I want to see the relevant ones. Okay, let's look at this. So, Sykkuno was living with his girlfriend who he struggled to actually break up with, even though yes, we already know this. We already know this. Yes. He cheated on said girlfriend, yes. Yes. Oh, by the way, the whole, I know, what's his name? Mal responded to the whole, oh, I said I wanted to give him a second chance and he's still open to talking to him after this whole thing because I wanted to see it as a friend. Unfortunately, it's hard for me to believe that. So, I kind of just want to run with the narrative that she's, I just kind of want to run with the narrative that she's still in some way, shape, or form kind of wanted to be here. Like, yeah, sure. Aside from that defense, she also told us that she recorded that call before the Google Docu was made, and that she only had a post not clarity after the whole thing like a week ago or something. But it just smells fishy to me. It's not something I can take at face value. Have you seen? Yeah, we talked about the crash out on Powder. We did. Wait, I saw armchair. Wait, armchair. Okay, let's look at this. Funny thing is, in October 2024, Mujin actually did another video on Japanese scandal that hit almost the exact same story beat. Oh, I know this. It's that one streamer that like that fucked a porn star and then he lied about it and he got away with it. I mean, I haven't watched the video, but I do know the rough brushstrokes of the story. Yes, I already know this. Streamer finally admits to the affair, but it's met with bizarre approval from his audience. Like XQC having an Uguay moment upon hearing Sykkuno's scandal. Streamers continue streaming as if nothing happened. By the end of the video, Mujin does state that some real lives were ruined as a result of sneezing around, and he expresses chagrin and perplexity at the fact that Unko was not only forgiven, but actively rewarded for being a scumbag who lied and manipulated multiple women. However, notably absent from the video is heavy-handed framing and implication that Sunko is some sort of public threat, a master manipulator or predator. He was just presented as a cultural oddity, a Japanese sleazeball who got away with it, however distastefully so. Unko was framed as a man of poor character who was enabled unknowingly by an oblivious woman and enabled unknowingly by a perplexingly large audience. Okay. Now contrast to the video of Sykkuno. The latter is presented being akin to some sort of sexual misconduct SCP. However, the side piece is in the latter who not only exposed themselves for being the ones to initiate contact with the streamer, but haven't taken voluntarily or otherwise any sort of personal penalty in deference or apology to the woman who stands apart as the unquestionable victim in all of this. Why is the framing so different then if the story is so similar? Why is the side piece's alleged victimhood stressed so much more? Is it your personal closeness to the story? Is it the CCV of consent law? I know exactly what he means. Ai Hongo was one of the most popular Jev actresses at the time of the Unko affair. She was also cheating on a boyfriend of her own. But she too lied and manipulated along the exact same lies Sykkuno's accusers are bringing up now. People are expressing skepticism of the reporting on the basis of the work itself, not just the person behind it. When you respond with ad hominems, that does not speak to the belief in the inconsistency of said reporting. What kind of retort is "I bet you have secret mixed race relationships" to your narration is unreliable. It genuinely seems like you may have been goaded into making a story by someone who sold you out on the prospect of breaking one. I think this is the true one. I think this is true. If Mujin and Mal are good friends, right? Yeah, if Mujin and Mal were good friends, I genuinely think this was what happened. Yeah. I genuinely think this was what happened. And the person that made the Google Doci should not have been Mal. It should have been that Elfie person, or it should have been Sykkuno's girlfriend. Yeah. I think what should have happened is that Mujin or Mal reached out to the girlfriend and made the girlfriend create the Google Doci. And then they would signal boost it from there. Mujin would have his cake and eat it too in having the story exclusive, but at the same time not make it seem like this was a whole poorly thought out coordinated coordinated like assault on what's his face? On Sykkuno. I feel like that was should have been what happened. Yeah. How much you wanna bet that Mujin is trying to raise up some of the victims involved? I don't know. I don't know if Mujin is that sort of person. Mujin and I have never talked. I respect him as a content creator. I hope he learns from this like massive oopsie. But I've never talked. I've never caught his streams, so I don't know if he's that kind of person. Yeah. Mujin was way too close to the story. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He could not be unbiased because he is too close to the story. Yeah. You should not respect him. Oh, no, I mean, respect him as a content creator in the sense where, how do I want to say this? When there is a content creator that you know or don't know, or that your moots are good friends with, right? It's common courtesy to not really, how do I want to say this? At least to me, it's common courtesy to not be a rat. To like just dump them, throw them under the bus. Right? Me criticizing Mujin for doing a poor job at this doesn't mean that I'm throwing him under the bus. I'm not. I cannot throw Mujin or anyone under the bus because I have not talked to him. You know what I mean? By respect, I mean that I will give him the benefit of the doubt. I will still hear him out, and I will allow the capacity for him to learn his mistake and like improve as a content creator. Because I've been extended this leniency. Yeah, I've been extended when there were multiple dramas that happened against me back then, a lot of people extended me this leniency. So it only feels right that I do the same thing to other people too. Right? Like, it's not like this is absolutely career ruining for Mujin, right? Like, he didn't commit a crime. It's not worth disassociating with him or condemning him on. So, it's not worth like getting in a beef with him, right? But I can acknowledge that he fucked up and his handling of the situation is not the best. Yeah. Like, I'm an adult. Mujin is an adult. Like, we can talk to each other or we can criticize aspects about each other without making it personal. That's how I like to think. It's professional courtesy. Yeah. Well, this makes me think about his other videos and what he could have pushed without me knowing. Yeah, that is what happens when your credibility gets tanked a little bit. I mean, it happens to me. It happens to like all drama adjacent or drama jupers or news VTubers, right? Like they make a mistake once, their credibility tanks. You start to doubt the things that they say. Like, sorry, at least to a certain extent. It's a natural reaction. It's fine. If that happens to Mujin, that also happens to me. It happens to like False. It happens to Rima. It happens to Kyo back when Kyo was doing it. Like it happens to like every people that makes news to a certain extent, or people who makes covers or covers drama or makes news. It happens to everybody. That's why it even happens to me. So that's why I'm not too like hard on anyone. Yeah. It's one thing to like actually consistently do it though, and intentionally do it with nothing but pure profit and grifting in mind, which is who Katliente is, Azihara. Yeah, Katliente is actually like I do not like that person. That person is a creator I do not respect. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Drama tubers are barely human by default. They need to prove pothead that deserve the bare minimum of respect. I mean, mildly, thanks, I guess, for being like a lawyer, for supporting a drama tuber yourself. But you're not wrong. We do have it easier. Okay, I don't mean to say this in the sense where it's self-deprecating or that I think this lowly of myself, but it's just that covering drama is a how do I want to say this? It's only 3 steps above a paparazzi, if that makes sense. It's a very easy job. It's a very, very easy job, and it's easy to get out of it. Oh, sorry. How do I want to phrase this? How do I want to say this? It's an easy job. 1, it's a profitable job. 2, if you fuck up, there is not that much like harm that will happen to you. Even not that much damage, right? There's not even going to be that much damage. Yeah, sure, you can argue with me and say that your credibility gets damaged, but with people that watch drama for the sake of watching drama, like, the people just want to watch something while they're eating, or maybe when they're doing chores or washing the dishes or whatever, they're not necessarily gonna care about the person delivering the drama. They're gonna care about the drama itself. So at the end of the day, yeah, sure, there's like a few exceptions where there's a few hundred exceptions where people do care about who delivers the drama. But even if that person makes a mistake, it's very easy to get away with it because it's also easy to rectify it. And then like there's not that much consequences for us. Yeah, people are gonna hate us a lot, but that's the consequence of having a very easy job. Yeah. Tectone hurt both Mujin and Legal Minds' credibility. Tectone? Oh, hard to say. I mean, I don't know how Tectone would damage both of their credibility. I just didn't trust Tectone this whole time, so I feel like it was obvious. Okay, Nusagi, have your girl roommate deliver the drama then? Well, I don't want to do that because she's going to be like super dramatic about it. Like, if you think I'm going to go also, if you think I'm very superlative with the drama that I cover, it's even worse when my girl roommate does it. I almost said girlfriend, but she's not my girlfriend. Not yet, at least. Yeah. It's even worse when she does it because she actually talks like the details, like she talks about the details like their life and death. Like, oh my god, did you know this person did this? Oh my god, he needs to die, man. Like, my roommate is unironically one of those people that are like they're like Instagram racist, but they're also dark woke. If that makes sense. Right? Nusagi manager? True! Fuck, I have a manager, and it's a woman. True. My girlfriend is like, oh, why did I say girlfriend again? See, chat, now you're implanting the impression in my head. So, my roommate is, she's dark woke, but she's also kind of racist. Like she's all about, oh yeah, no, abortion good. I think we should kill people that like are not into women's rights. But then like you fucking on the other hand, she scrolls through Instagram, laughs at the N-word memes. It's like she's a very fascinating person, chat. She's a very fascinating person. There's a reason why she's my roommate. Yeah. How is that woke? No, dark woke. Dark woke is basically when you advocate for extreme things, but is like kind of woke. We can look at the definition right now. I feel like I'm doing a bad job doing it. But I'll let Google define it for you. Where progressives adopt aggressive, combative, and often crasser tactics to fight conservative media. Well, I mean, I guess that's not what she is. But, okay. Fuck, it's so confusing. Sorry. It's just that dark woke is how she describes herself. But she's basically the type of person that advocates for, like, I guess, left-leaning policies and narratives. But she's not extreme about it. But, like, her solutions is all about, yeah, no, we should kill these people. Or something like that. She says it as a joke half of the time she's kind of serious, Yeah. Meme warfare, yeah, sort of. Yeah. She doesn't advocate for the death of, like, for example, Charlie Kirk. She doesn't think that, like X, Y, and Z. She doesn't think that, like, these extreme things should be done. But, let's say her solutions to certain problems are very Menhera coded. Let's just put it that way. So Asmund Goldberg liberal? Maybe. Dude, I think she'll be a very entertaining VTuber. But she's a corpo girl, so... Yeah. Edgy woke. I guess edgy woke. Dude, she's the one that called herself dark woke, so like... That's also... And then she explained it to me, and I loosely understood what it meant, so I just ran with it. Yeah. Who's this? Oh, it's my roommate. Bring her in one of your streams? Maybe. I think I might. She sounds interesting. Wow. You guys want to meet my fucking roommate? Nisagi, just because she's dark skinned doesn't mean she's dark woke. Oh, dude, she's actually like the whitest Asian you can think of. We talked about like white Asians, but like that's her. She's a white Asian. She obviously she hasn't lived in the US, but like she's so westernized. Yeah. True, you guys want to meet my manager. Fuck, yeah. My fucking manager. She called herself dark woke. Yeah, I have no idea, man. These things don't make sense to me. Yeah. But she's edgy. That's all. But she's the type of person that doesn't mind. Like she's not chat. Okay, in case I know some people are going to like run this the wrong way because I know there's going to be political fucks doing it. But she's not like an extreme left person. Okay, she's not. But at the same time, she's also not. Because I also see like the opposite side saying that, oh my God, Nusagi is roommates with a racist. No, she's not a racist. She likes to joke that she's racist, which is funny. You should see the memes that she sends me, chat. Jesus Christ. She hates identity politics. Oh, she does. Yeah, she 100% does. So she delves into these things a lot more than me, but basically her stance about this is like, oh God, like, something she talked to me about because I was fascinated about her stance. I kind of wanted to know more. She said something along the lines of, yeah, feminism and left policies and stuff like that, like leftist content creators kind of shoot themselves in the foot because instead of advocating for like actual things that make sense and like actual problems that the left can solve and should concern themselves about, like climate change and stuff, they're all about like identity politics and trans identity stuff. And like, yeah, sure, that might be important, but I feel like if that's like the banner of like what your cause is, you do yourself a disservice. I mean, that's what she said to me. I'm paraphrasing, obviously, but like that's what she said to me, and that's why I know that she's not like extreme. Like she's not on the extreme left. Like she's a feminist, but like she's not that kind of feminist, you know? Yeah. Yeah. So that's why I don't know. she's more informed about this she's more informed about these things more than I am. And she doesn't like to talk about it a lot, but when she does talk about it, she yaps about it. So maybe she'd be a female Asmongold. I don't fucking know. Is it shoe on head? Oh, fuck. Imagine having like shoe on head as your roommate though. That would be cool. Somebody would take care of me, make the money and all that shit. And I'll just clean their house. We'll get her a model and stream on, probably. You guys want to do that? You guys are gonna have to fund it though. I mean, no, I can just get her a cheap model, like a cheap $50 model or something. I don't know. Dude, yeah, house husband is the life, dude. That's actually genuinely the life I want. Oh shit. Okay, somebody sent this on my Discord, okay? Yeah, I forgot to talk about this. Somebody sent this on my Discord that I should react to it, and you know what? I will. Because it's relevant, NTR cheating, right? And I seem to have like a bit of a shtick regarding NTR. So we'll probably watch it. Yeah. You should bring her to stream. She's working right now. She's a corpo girl. Yeah. Isn't $50 like 2 months rent on PH? No. Our current rent is like $300. Yep. Anyway, I want to watch this. Hi, Absolute Unit. NTR explained. Explain to my chat why NTR is good, I hope. Like, spread the good name of NTR and some bullshit.
What's your views on Netterare?
Holy shit, I did not expect that. Oh my god.
Hey, so if you didn't
It's a fucking Bobby Nico.
know, Netterare or NTR is the Japanese analog to the cuck genre, which is also popular right now in Western porn. However, whereas our cuck porn over here tends to focus more on the sex act itself, NTR encompasses not only cuckoldry, but the broader spectrum of romantic betrayal, infidelity, and the psychological turmoil inherent in such acts. It's cuck, but with extra plot, and I hate it, and it's everywhere. Listen, I am a huge fan.
You guys just don't get it. You guys don't get it.
Fan of hentai manga, and it is a fucking chore sometimes just to find material that isn't NTR, and this is my eternal problem. It's hard.
I think I'll let him finish.
Hard to find hentai that satisfies my surfeit of demented sexual fetishes but doesn't involve cheating, abuse, or sexual assault. To the porn artists out there, please, happy, faith.
That's like the big three of like Western, Japanese hentai though. Sexual assault, hentai, cheating, and I guess the other one that he said.
Well, consenting couples like to strangle, prolapse, and step on each other too. Could we have more of that? Nipple fucking breast conflate.
Bro, you're a vanilla Andy. Dude, what are you? What are you? You're the type of person that fucking comments on hanime.tv and comments about like how vanilla is the best and how like you know you hate like literally any sort of hentai manga or any sort of hentai porn that's not them cuddling and having sex. Nah, dude, what the fuck? Dude, come on.
It just doesn't mean anything to me if this.
The problem, also, by the way, the problem about hentai too, well, it's not even a problem. It's a good thing for me. I don't know about you guys. It's a good thing for me because hentai manga are usually sucky in animation. it's always the rape, it's always the tentacle, the monster hentai, it's always the cheating hentai. They always have the best animations. On God. For real, for real.
There's no love and affection behind it. Anyway, even when I take a break from hentai and go to IRL porn sites like Pornhub or X videos, half the front page is just like my wife taking a big black cock and stepmom cheats on husband with step dryer. You can't escape it. The millennial and Zoomer generations are obsessed with cuckoldry to the point that it's infiltrated our language. Calling someone a cuck is just a common everyday jab you hear all the time. Nobody said that shit 15 years ago. It's you freaks that made it popular. Whether it's an ugly hentai bastard or a well-endowed black gentleman, there seems to be a sizable population of guys out there who just love watching their women get fucked by another dude. And my question is, why? Why do so many people get off on seeing their wives and girlfriends get railed by other men? Why is this so popular? Well, the answer, as usual, is that you're all a bunch of queers. NTR, cuckolding, whatever you want to call it.
Queer? What?
It is just gay BDSM with extra steps. As far as our society has progressed towards accepting and even celebrating gayness, evidently it's not enough. There's still too many closet cases out there, and I believe
it's not homosexual. Okay, I'm going to explain to you why it's good. Okay? NTR is good because it gives you the thrill, but you exercise it in a safe space. You actually see. You don't self-insert when you're watching hentai, chat, okay? I know some people do that, but I think it's weird when people self-insert themselves into hentai. No, you are gonna watch two people have sex. That's it. So imagine so if you watch two people have sex that they know they shouldn't, I feel like that's hot. Like there's a certain passion to it.
the popularity of this fetish is a clear indication of systemically
By the way, the views on NTR hentais are infinitely more than normal vanilla ones. I'm happy to hear. Come on, chat. I'm no homo. I'm not a sexual. I'm not a homosexual. I'm not hit by the big gay.
Pressed homosexuality. Don't get mad yet, all right? There's plenty more to get mad about, so just wait till the end and do it all at once. Anyway,
sure.
Let me explain. You got two parties in this situation, right? There's the cuck and the cuck-e. Technically, there's a woman in there too, but as with most women, she doesn't really matter. Now, the cuck-e, he's the easiest to understand. It's all about power. Some guys get off on the idea of disrespecting and bullying another dude by fucking his woman and possibly making him watch. It's pretty simple. It's also gay as hell. If you receive sexual gratification from stealing and banging another guy's wife, you're getting off on dominating another man. The thrill isn't...
You know what? His logic adds up. Hey man, it's like, that's not how it works, but by that logic, that adds up.
From the female herself, she's just a means to an end, like your hand when you masturbate. You are getting off on how the other guy feels. Same for the cocky. You are getting off on being dominated, supplanted, and shamed by another man. The woman is incidental. Neterare literally means to be stolen. That is the point and the essence of the fetish. The other guy taking something from you is the thrill. The woman's only function in this equation is to facilitate that power exchange. It is gay BDSM with extra steps. But listen, that's all...
It does add up.
Very
He's
cerebral and conceptual, and most of y'all are too fucking stupid to understand abstract thoughts, so let me put it much more concretely. If you've got a perfectly good female, or even a bad one, and you need to introduce another dude into the situation to get your rocks off, you're gay, but it's okay. You're gay, and there's nothing wrong with it. So stop doing this weird workaround and come out already. Nobody's...
You know, the reason I think why NTR and like cucking are two different things is because in Japan, a lot of the hentai animations, the cucking doesn't happen until the last part, right? Like until the guy eventually finds out and he's tied to a chair or whatever. I really only like the cheating part. It's not that I like the power dynamic. I think that's, yeah, sure, some guys get off to that, but that's not why I like cheating. I think it's just the thrill of doing something you're not supposed to. I have a general attraction to doing things that you're not supposed to be doing, right? It's like the same thing as like fucking outside, or fucking in public, or fucking with multiple people. It's like you're supposed to not do this, but because you're doing it, it's so exciting. It's the same case with like cheating, and like NTR.
It's gonna judge you. I love you.
So it's not like I'm homosexual or anything. But yeah, I'm not gay.
Love you. You get a whole month that's just about being gay, and it's 2 days longer than the one they gave to that black guy who's fucking your wife. I mean, she's the one getting screwed over here. This poor woman is getting her pussy absolutely destroyed by giant black cocks, because you can't just admit that you want the giant black cock. Stop dancing around it. Let her go.
Yeah, that's disgusting. So I tried to... oh god, I'm unearthing some very bad memories. So... back when I figured out what NTR was in the hub, I looked it up, like C-U-C-K, the cuck. I looked it up. The first thing I see was the fucking guy get his dick, was the guy taking out his big black cock out of the pussy, and then the cucky, the guy that's getting cocked, come out and fucking give him, like, oh my god, oh, come on, dude. I'm not gay, that kind of makes me feel weird and not in a good way. Like, oh...
be with someone who...
By this logic, NTR with a woman is straight. True, yeah, exactly.
She could actually satisfy, and you...
I'm so sorry, Dude, it's so common, that's what happens every single time. Like, can we have all of that without the homosexual aspects of it? I'm not homophobic, but... but... you know?
Tyrone can live happily ever after. Have that big wedding you always wanted. Go to Rome. Raise a family. Gay dads are cool right now. Stop staring at each other longingly while you both pretend to care about this bitch over here. But if you're really a massive cock...
Jesus. Unit. You insert the you what? You what? Yeah, true. The SpongeBob thing. Yeah. Ice Shadow, by the way. Thank you for the super chat. Wow, okay, wow, this is a good palate cleanser for the fucking video for the shit that we just went through. Oh my god. Being gay is gay? Yeah. Yeah. True. Not gay, just bi? Yeah, I guess you're bi if you like both woman and a man. So, you know, I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with that. Oh, hey, that's me. Jesus Christ, Rima! Sykkuno exposure getting called out. 83k views. Wow. That's huge. I'm gonna farm that same clip, by the way. Congratulations. The Sykkuno thing is really feeding us, huh? It's really feeding us. We're about to farm more of this. Holy W indeed. Oh, hey, that's me. Okay. Well, I mean, oh, Shobel Tonya, hi. I guess that'll be it for tonight, chat. Or today. Or something. I guess that'll be it for today. Thank you so much for the super chats, especially for the super chats. Holy shit, I feel like you guys were like extremely generous today. Thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you guys for the tips and the donos. And thank you so much for watching the stream. I'm gonna raid somebody. Who I'm gonna raid, we'll see. Let's see. Redirect. Let's take you over to... Let's take you over to Mari. Because she's reacting right now, it seems. Yeah. Okay. Well, chat, I'll send you over there. Wait, is she live? No, she's not live. I'm being retarded. Never mind. Oh, she is. She is live. Okay. Yeah. I'll send you over to there if you want to continue watching somebody. Bye-bye, chat. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.